Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Of course, today, one of our main goals is to go max out this hero class. We are still trying to, oh yeah, I forgot, it's not under there anymore, but it is on Nintendo Switch version. But yeah, Dervish hero class. We are currently at level 60. We need this thing to be level 70 before we could use it for anything. At level 70, it gets either 30% dodge, which stacks with its 20% dodge to about 44% chance or so. But we can also use it for its explosion then. Use the explosion on every single yellow and synergize that into every extra turn that we get onto our monsters. And then that will allow us to build various monster teams. That's pretty much the main goal. Of course, I want to cover this hero class later today. So before we can cover it, I do want to make sure it's at level 70, because anything prior to level 70 is this hero class not being at full effect, or really even at any effect at all. So I want to get that done, and it's pretty much the main goal of this stream. And making a leaderboard. I don't think we're actually going to use all of our battles now. I was looking at the leaderboard, and it looks like already pretty contested, the top 20 there. And even if we use every last battle we have, we might not make it. So we're probably just going to go for standard top 100, which I believe we only need like, what, 5 more battles for? Not even. So we'll easily be able to make that at least. I guess we'll throw another 10 at that. And then go mess around with actually power leveling the hero class. Still using this for now. It's been working fine. And out of everything I've tested so far, it just is, for my playstyle, feels like it's decent enough to use. Not too many options, but of course we can go with Trickshot Shot and everything too. And also we have the skulls for Cinco de Mayo, of course. We also have that one pack that's $10 for Cinco de Mayo if you wanted to go get the skull thingy. Do keep in mind, if you don't get it now, you'll be able to get it in a few months from now, though. So no worries if you don't spend $10 on it now. But hello, everyone. Hello, Alquin. Hello, Elite Gaming. Hello, GZG. Hello, September Blake. Hello, Michael. Hello, Carbos. Hello, Demlix. Hello, David. Hello, Richard. Welcome, everyone. How's it going? It's been going pretty well. Did you notice the Sand Runner doesn't gain 2 magic on 4x, 5x matches with full loaded Dervish Clash? I have not noticed. I'm pretty sure it was, but I wasn't really paying much attention when I was messing around with it. I assume it was. Wasn't really keeping track of the exact damage, because at the time we were just running Dawnbringer, and that was, of course, making up most of our damage in those battles. I'll get our double disable there. At the styes, that's nice. Unfortunately, I need a whole nother one in order to get that poison. I guess we go for triple Scorpius at this point and go down that route for the win. So we'll take that over, grab that. Let him do whatever there. Yeah, we'll go for it again, why not? And one more we'll wipe as soon as we get that ability up. We already have enough damage, we just need mana. Or we could just skull it twice, that would also work. There we go, skull twice it is. Hey, and we gained a level. What do we go to? Red or yellow? I guess we go yellow. And we got mail. Oh, that's just from the event key in the 100 glory. I almost keep forgetting we even keep getting that every level because it's so small, but oh well. A little bit extra. Add to our gigantic stack. We're starting to repair our glory back to over 1 million. Still gonna be a while before that happens, obviously. But slowly but surely we shall get it. Where am I going? We shall get it back over 1 million. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Kevin. Hello, William. Welcome. Yeah, I've actually been pretty good about drinking nothing but water for the last couple weeks or so. Actually, no, I did cheat twice. Never mind. But for the most part, I've been trying to get just back into just drinking water. No sodas, no nothings. It is so hard. Let's see. And I, of course, don't drink coffee or anything like that. What do we need here? Split damage, kill that. You started with 2x Maul, but discovered that the first cast canceled both. That is intended. Anything that has single cast will only be able to cast once for the entire battle. The way that cast once works is it literally means cast once. Even if you have 2 or 3 or 4 of them on your team, once one of that troop casts, you are not able to use that ability anymore for the rest of the battle. So no, you cannot go multi Great Maul, unfortunately, because it will only let you cast the ability once, and only once. I believe there is a glitch with it though, where if you don't currently have full mana on your other Great Maul, or whatever the troop is, and you feed it to full mana with enchant, I believe it then can cast. But if it already has full mana when you cast the other one, then it definitely won't be able to cast. I'm not sure if that actually works. Someone was mentioning that earlier. They were getting away with multi-Great Maul, but I believe that's how they were doing it. They were just using the enchant that you start with to fill them up. But generally what's supposed to happen is if you cast it once, you're not able to cast any of them again. You're not able to cast the same one again. You're also not able to cast any of the other ones of the same type again. You can still use multiple different things to have a cast only once, but you can only use one of its type. So if you use a Great Maul, you won't be able to use any more Great Mauls, even if you have another. But you'll still be able to cast some kind of other cast that's also only one cast. Most one cast abilities are pretty useless. The only real exception to that is, oddly enough, Zugov. Zugav's about... Oh, why didn't I just kill him there? Whoops. But Zugov's... I mean, not Zugov. Great Maul is basically the only thing with single cast that is ever worth using, because it's 100% Devour. Zugov technically was as well, but now he's doesn't have a limit anymore. It's nice. Yeah, I wish we could do more with this mythic right now that came in. It's still a good mythic. It's just, again, we won't see its full potential until 2 weeks from now. It like came out yesterday and it's like, yeah, we won't actually be able to use it till like a few weeks. Feels kind of weird. Because normally at least when mythics come out you can kind of use it, but I don't know, he seems pretty underwhelming in his current state. Unless you really need a stun, but starting soon we'll actually be able to use him for everything. It also reminds me, we still need to do some more PvP grinds. We need to make sure we get all those battles in. I think it has, what, 120 gems and like something amount of gem keys. We want to get that done. On the better weeks to get it done, all you have to do is just spam PvP. You guys haven't been doing much PvP this week. Probably just casual PvP at this rate and get it done in like an hour or two, because of how quick it goes. And it is actually Vault Event on Nintendo Switch right now. I haven't really gotten to utilize it much. I think I've gotten 10 gnomes on it so far. Not 10 Vault Keys, 10 gnomes. And currently I'm at 0 Vault Keys, which is slightly disappointing because I still don't own Cedric on Nintendo Switch version yet. But next Vault Event, hopefully we'll have more time to actually grind it out. Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. There's Sunbird rolling. Yeah, what have you guys been up to lately? Anything fun? I've still been pretty much going through the normal stuff, other than doing my mom's birthday the other day. Other than that, it's pretty much just the normal week this week. Oh, what a grab here. Throw that down for now. And then we Sunbird kill it. Okay. What do we need here? And already dead off Sunbird, if it'll let me cast. Don't even try for it. And luckily we had way more than enough damage that time around. Normally whenever there's a mythic there, it's always a concern like, oh, will we not have enough damage? But most of these battles these days we have been able to, because of how high HP is starting to get in the game. The natural base HP of everything. The only stat we're still missing is... Oh, yep, yeah, there he goes. But the only stat we're still missing is +1 attack. And that's just because I haven't bothered doing Warrens yet. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Also, we'll have a redeem code at the halfway mark at 65. And we are pretty much streaming until I have pretty much the entirety of it done, I believe. I might do a little bit off stream, but I do want to record the video later today. Any strategy for leveling the class fast? Use any quick team on Explore or Challenges are the easiest way to level up a hero class. Also, spamming 1 trophy PvP is also a pretty decent way of leveling a hero class, which we will be doing in a little bit as well. Since we need to get that done, and we'll still be able to gain some EXP from him. I believe we already did 1.9k, so after that we can just keep spamming casual at that point. It gives slightly less gold, but it'd be way, way quicker of a win rate. It'd also give less trophies, but that's also pretty irrelevant. Also slightly less glory, but that's also pretty irrelevant. Give like 800,000 glory or something. One HP. What are you doing? See, if we had that elemental there, we'd have 2 higher damage. That would kill. Actually, why am I saying 2 higher damage? We'd have 6 higher damage. Yeah, this team indirectly gets buffed in 2 weeks as well. I can't believe how many things that new legend's going to be used for. It's actually probably going to be one of the top 10 legends in the game, even though it's coming off of a faction. It's still going to be one of the better legends in the entire game, which is kind of funny. At least that's a good thing. They're starting to add more and more actual useful troops to the drops off of factions. And those are some of the easiest troops to obtain in the game. Since you basically always, 100% of the time, have a event key for them. Not exactly event key, but you know, you throw the shards down and you specifically get one of those 4 troops. So it's basically like event keys. Really focused event keys. Like event keys have like almost 27 drops in them each these days, whereas all the factions still only have 4. If anyone still has any other questions, feel free to leave them. This would be a perfect stream for asking questions, as it is really easy to see chat while doing something like hero class grinding like this. Yeah, welcome Haley, hope you've been doing well. Also, hello Stardoom Cat, didn't say hi to you as well. I'll throw that for now. There's Sunbird in there. So I warmed up some pizza this morning, and I'm still eating the chips from it. Not from the pizza itself, but you know, I was having some chips with it. Sun chips. Random advertisement number 1 million. Pizza, part of a balanced breakfast. Normally I just have eggs or something, but I still had leftover pizza, so I was like, that'll be quick, let's just warm that up. Actually, I'm heading to Chicago in a few weeks, and it'll be the first time I ever get to try Chicago pizza. I've heard it's pretty good. So far, the best pizza I've ever had has been in New Jersey. There's like 1.5 billion Italian places in New Jersey as well. I feel like every single outlet has like 2 pizza places. Is there a reason I use Firebomb instead of Leprechaun? Yes. The higher damage. Sometimes Sunbird isn't enough damage. Sometimes Sunbird plus the weapon isn't enough damage. But generally, Sunbird is better than then Leprechaun 100% of the time in his team, if and only if your hero does not have half mana start. If your hero has half mana start, then it is a toss-up onto which one is better. But if your hero does not have half mana start, Firebomb is always better. Because your hero is normally not going to gain full mana. Whereas if you had half mana start, Leprechaun would pretty much guarantee both of them full mana every time. But without half mana, you don't really need to use Leprechaun. And every single hero class we have left other than Shaman, which will just be leveling passively, does not have half mana start until they add another one. Yeah, speaking of that, it's probably going to be, I still haven't gotten like a 100% official, but it should be official probably by the end of today. But, yeah, the 24th to 27th, or mainly the 24th, 25th, 26th, I guess. We probably will not be streaming. I'm still not sure, that's still up in the air. But, yeah, I'm not going to be around. I'll still have an internet connection, but I'll probably be doing other stuff during that time. I'll have more on that later, though. It's been a while since we've taken a break like that. I think it's been about a year and a half since we've really missed like a weekend of streaming. Not counting Hurricane, because I don't really count that. That I couldn't have done it regardless of anything. Yeah, the last time we missed like a weekend or something was the week that Crypt came out, oddly enough, back in September during hurricane season. Let's see. Other stuff sounds dirty. Well, that's questionable. That's a whole topic in itself. Yes, we were gonna go do, Lo Melantis, or whatever that is. I still can't pronounce that correctly. But yes, that was the one he mentioned. Yeah, how's their pizza? I've never been there before. Actually, I've never even been out of this time zone before, and I believe those only exist in Chicago. It's kind of funny, it will be the first time I'm leaving this time zone. I've been as south as Florida and as north as Toronto, Canada. But I've never actually left Eastern Standard Time Zone yet. It's gonna be weird. Hopefully I don't miss my flights. Because with the hour shift, it's just gonna be weird. I know the email will notify me with the correct time, and I always show up like 2-3 hours early to flights just in case. But, yeah, it's gonna be weird with the hour shift. You can actually have it mailed to you. That's pretty funny. There was some place in Maryland, I know when I used to go and drive. Oh, well, I didn't drive. My dad did. But from South Carolina to New Jersey, there's a place in Maryland we always used to stop at Timbuktu, and they used to do. I didn't actually get it that way, but they'd actually deliver crab cakes. They had some of the best crab cakes I ever had. Absolutely amazing. Not sure if they still do that or not. I know they used to mail out their crab cakes. Hello, Renardo. Welcome. You just started the game and got Elwyn. Any other recommended kingdom to complete to get interesting cards? Rowan. Oh, sorry. Forest of Thorns. Forest of Thorns has Rowan. Merlantis has Azura. Or, sorry. Yeah, Forest of Thorns has Rowan. That's basically a damage source that is boosted based on armor. Really good throughout the entirety of the game. It loses a lot of damage potential if it gets damaged on its physical, or, on its armor. However, as long as it doesn't take damage, it does ridiculously high amounts of split damage to the enemy. Next thing to really go for, or some other things to go for, Azurus off of Merlantis. That has a Dispel to all enemies, which will get rid of all positive stats effects, and has a stat reduction, and has pretty decent mana generation. Other than that, well, other Kingdom Epics were not horrible. Hero to Chaos, that's okay with Valkyrie. You end up needing to do that anyways because you need to unlock Soulforge. You're gonna already get that regardless. What other ones am I forgetting? But as far as early game is concerned, Elwyn and Rowan are about the only two. I guess technically Tyree too from Zolkiri. That will end up farming you maps. But to a degree, you don't really need that. Because if you're on any version other than Nintendo Switch, you can just go do Zejin and go get Skeleton Key off of Thief Hero class, and then just use that instead of. Because once you have Skeleton Key max, it has 10% chance to give you a map every cast. And if you're using it as your primary weapon, you're going to be getting like 10 plus maps a day by doing literally nothing other than just using Skeleton Key. I barely even use it, and I still get like, what, 5 maps a day? Feels like just from doing the daily delves. Just the daily delves alone with Skeleton Key. If I use the Skeleton Key for the entirety of it, ends up giving a few maps, if not more. I believe it's about 20 maps per hour using Skeleton Key, which isn't the highest rate in the game. Tyree can get like 52, like 100 plus in an hour. But, to passively get it without having to go out of your way at all is really nice off of Skeleton Key. It has the best passive map gain in the game, specifically gaining maps. Of course, technically all glory gains is also moving closer to maps, but assuming just getting the physical maps themselves, Skeleton Key has the best passive rate in the entire game, so it does have to be fully traded. But there's not too many good mythic weapons to fully trade, so it's perfectly fine to go out of your way for it. Yeah, if you're talking about Kingdom Order, well, it depends if you're referring to Kingdoms to do for the Epics or Kingdom Order. If you're referring to Kingdom Order, depends what version you're on, but assuming you're not on Nintendo Switch version, that you're on any other version other than that, the Kingdom Order is something like Complete Out Broken Spire. That one you always do first, because that gives you Arena. Then you go to Pan's Veil to get buffed Elwyn. Elwyn on every version other than Nintendo Switch has 7 times boost ratio, which is insanely high. Then you go to... then you end up going to Stormheim to unlock Titan. Then you end up going to Blighted Lands to unlock Hero to Chaos as well as Soulforge. Then you go to Drifting Sands in order to unlock Dungeons. Then you go to Sinner Mirage to unlock the Underworld. And then from there you basically just poke epics that you want or hero classes that you want. Some of them being good being things like Zejin for Thief hero class, the Urskea for Urska Crown, as well as Sentinel hero class, which also gives you a pretty decent weapon for Rowain, Forest of Thorns for Rowain, Zolkiri for Tyree, stuff like that. But the only real important ones are basically Broken Spire, Hand's Veil if you're on any version other than Nintendo Switch for Elwyn, because he's the best early game troop that you can get from any kingdom. Then Stormheim for Titan, then Blighted Lands for Soulforge, then Drifting Sands for Dungeons, and then Cinder Mirage for Underworld. Those are technically the only ones you need to do. Until you start getting all of your kingdoms to level 1 star, most of the other ones you can pretty much just ignore. Do I have a sore throat? A little bit. Not like extremely right now. Like it doesn't hurt or anything. But yeah, I do notice like a little bit more of a strain. It might just be because it's early in the morning too and stuff. I did just wake up like, what, an hour ago or so? So I can't find my little mini alarm. It kind of just fell off the bed. I normally put it underneath the pillow, but now it like disappeared. No clue where that went. When I got out of bed, I heard like a falling sound, so it probably fell to the floor somewhere. I still haven't found it yet though. To go search for after the stream. Not that big a deal though. You have no clue what's going on in this game. This is Gems of War. It's a match 3 RPG game. Think like Puzzles or Dragons or Puzzle Quest or I guess technically Candy Crush. And it's so different from Candy Crush, but it's technically the same genre. I think just trying to level up this hero class so we can actually cover a video on it. As I mentioned, we'll have a redeem code at 65 once we hit level 65 on that. No, most of it applies. Everything I said other than getting Elwyn applies. Elwyn's still good in early game, it's just he's a little bit less effective on Nintendo Switch. But no, everything I said is pretty much applicable. The only real difference is Elwyn didn't get buffed yet. About 2 months ago, Elwyn got buffed to be pretty much the best early game troop in the entire game. Unfortunately, Nintendo Switch, despite just starting up, did not end up getting that update, which is really weird. But Elwyn on Nintendo Switch has a 3 times or 4 times boost ratio, I forget which. But on every other version of the game, he has a 7 times boost ratio. But no, he's still good. He's just not as good. Like, you don't really have to go out of your way for him in Nintendo Switch version. Still perfectly fine to go get him though. If you lack options, he is even better than Ranger. So yeah, even though Ranger's pretty easy to obtain, he's still technically better than it. So it's definitely not a waste to get him. It's just you don't really have to go out of your way to get him on Nintendo Switch. Better just to go for Titan and then do the normal cycle. The main thing that you need to do is just make sure you unlock all the game modes that are related to dailies, which is Arena, just so you gain souls. A Broken Spire, so you gain Arena, so you can gain souls. Blighted Land, so you gain Soul Forge, so you can upgrade your Soul Forge for free without ever spending gems on it. Don't ever spend gems on Soul Forge. Then Drifting Sands for dungeons, so you can do that daily and get free diamonds to start crafting mythics. And what was the other one? And then Cinder Mirage, which does require level 30, the highest of any kingdom. But once you have that, just bleed out Cinder Mirage, and that unlocks the Underworld. Which you just camp level 20 Hall of Guardians or any other good delve out there. Okay, we'll go take that down. Sunbird down. Hello, Mark Punk. Hello, Skeleton Key. Welcome, welcome. Let's see you, Fang. Have a good time. What does your family and friends think about being a YouTuber? Do they watch any of my videos? Some of my friends do on occasion. Very, very, very few of them do, though. Let's see. My dad's kind of iffy on it. Same as my mom. I don't know. Most of them, like, most of my friends are pretty supportive for the most part. But family, it's kind of like hit or miss on that. As long as I'm making some amount of money from it, like, they don't really care for the most part. But, like, my dad is, like, really big on money. So me making, like, so little from this, it's like, why are you doing that? You're wasting your time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he currently has, like, what, 5 rentals or something? Yep, exactly, September Blick. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't actually have any YouTube friends. Like, people who I'm, like, really close with that actually do YouTube. I don't know really anyone on YouTube that who are, like, you know, actually, like, my friends or anything like that. Like, close friends or anything. You heard that streamers can make a huge amount of money on Twitch now? Yes and no. It has to be the right game that's actually good for Twitch, and it has to be, well, it's based on basically 3 factors. Luck, actually playing a game that is more so geared toward Nintendo Switch, towards, Twitch, which would definitely not be Gems of War. And, you also have to have a decent enough following. Like, if you have a really big following, yes, you can make way more on Twitch than you can on YouTube or anything. The problem is with a smaller following, it's pretty much the same or less than YouTube. Let's see. Throw that down, get a sunbird in there. Thank you, Fang. I don't hear that too often. And I always think I look pretty average. Or even below average most of the time. I'm not, like, extremely self-conscious about it, but, I don't know. 8,000 towers for 1 hour of League of Legends? Well, that would have to be a ridiculously huge streamer. But no, there are streamers that make multiple thousands per hour. I am definitely not that. Assuming we get no tips whatsoever, which is normally the case, when I'm streaming, it's only like a few dollars an hour, around that much. Of course, I'm making money from all my other videos that are around as well, though. But, no, I make very, very little. Definitely below minimum wage. It's just that all the videos are always constantly making money. Like, videos from 1 year ago might still be making, like, let's say, like, 10 cents each. But that might seem like small, but then you start adding, like, the fact, oh, there's, like, 1,000 plus of them. But no, they make, like, a few cents each day, but you have to keep in mind that there are so many of them. And quite a few of the more, like, guide-like ones still get viewed on a regular basis. Which also reminds me, I still need to cover more guide videos. I've been really neglecting them lately. But we will be getting to them soon. Soon, TM. Anyways, grab that down. Take herself a red right over there. Yeah, I would say the average streamer probably makes almost nothing. Like, with how many streamers there are, I'm actually pretty grateful that I even make anything from it. There are a lot of streamers that have been going for, like, years that are still making, like, cents or dollars. And while I'm still making a relatively low amount, I am glad that I'm at least making some amount of decent money. Not enough to live off of, but at least enough to not be nearly 0. It's a little under 10,000 a year is how much I make from YouTube. I do have a few other things I do here and there for some side money, but a good bulk of it's just YouTube. And that counts everything. That counts Patreon, that counts donations, and that counts just normal ad revenue. Yeah, streaming is extremely oversaturated. You have to find a niche. And we have Gems of War. Yeah, there's a lot of streamers out there now. The amount of information I get per second is insane. Yeah, I do sometimes talk too quick. And there's a lot of things to say about this game. That one video, I did it kind of as a concentrated video just to kind of go over everything. Normally I split it up into like smaller videos and stuff. But that one I kind of just want to go over everything in it. Another one that I'm doing soon is going to be doing similar. But I do try to like break it down into smaller parts when I can. Because sometimes there's some things in this game that need so much explanation. Because this game explains almost nothing. It has a really gigantic lack of like in-game guides and stuff. What do we take? That down. Even right now, you had to take notes for kingdoms. Well, basically, all you need to know which kingdoms you need to go do is look at the games menu and basically do everything until all of that gets unlocked. Is basically all you really have to do with that. Cheers. Oh, thank you, Damlix.
Thank you being one of the very few people making good Gao content. I have learned so much from your streams and videos. Smile.
Thank you, Damlix. Greatly appreciated. Always helps out. Thank you. What was I about to go do? Wait, now I just got distracted. Wait. Oh yeah, if you need to know what kingdoms to do, basically just look at this menu. And it'll basically tell you everything that you would need to do at a given moment. Like, for example, if you aren't able to do dungeons, it would tell you, hey, go do Drifting Sands. If you can't unlock, or if you can't access Soulforge, it'll say, hey, go do Blighted Lands. And if you just basically do everything here, Broken Spire for Arena, Soulforge from Blighted Lands, dungeons from Drifting Sands, it basically tells you everything that you actually need to go do. So most of those are just right there. And of course, if you try clicking this button and you don't have Underworld, it'll say, hey, go do Cinder Mirage to go unlock Underworld. So if you just click around, it'll basically just tell you what you need to do as far as your initial kingdoms. Let's see. Oh yeah, back to the grinds. Really need to get this to level 70. Yeah, this game has been a lot of fun. Really addicting. Definitely a great time waster, that is for sure. I have over 10,000 hours on this game across all accounts, and I believe this account right now is at 9,100 hours. We're almost at 10,000. We're almost at 5 digits. And if I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 games I've ever had 5-digit time play on. And that is the entirety of everything RuneScape related, and the entirety of everything Dota related, Duel of the Ancients. Between Dota 1 and Dota 2 and RuneScape back in the day, as well as old school RuneScape, between both of those two things, I have over 10,000 on each of those. And soon we'll have it on Gems of War. Well, technically we already have it on Gems of War. Soon we'll actually have a physical number that says it. Yeah, there's only 3 games I've ever played over 10,000 hours. I've quite a few I've played over 1,000 hours in, though. But those are the only 3 that I have over 10,000 hours in. And the only reason I have so much in Dota and stuff was I've been playing that since it basically came out. My cousin showed it to me and I got like addicted to it. I was only like, what, 8 at the time or something like that? I forget how old that was. 9. 9 or 10. I can't remember now. But it was pretty young. Ever tried Path of Exile? No, I've not. I have some people suggest it before, though. I try to stay away from MMOs when I can, though. Is because they can be really gigantic time sinks. One of the reasons I keep playing and not playing RuneScape. Like even I haven't played it for about a year now or so. It just sucks away so much time. Normally I'll pick like an MMO for about a year, maybe 2 years, and then like put it back down again. Because it's way too time consuming. Even Gems of War has slightly that time consuming aspect to it. But it isn't as bad because it actually limits how much you have. While most things aren't like indefinitely limited, like obviously when it's a gnome event, you can literally just farm it for 24 hours straight, 3 days in a row. But most things are somewhat limited, so even if you do want to be like even if you do want to like play it like excessively, some of like the game modes like raids, invasion, stuff like that, at least it has like a cap, like, hey, you have to stop now. You're out of sigils. But of course PvP and stuff can still be done indefinitely. So it's just general grinding like hero classes and stuff like that. At least has a little bit more of a limiting factor. Without it actually being intrusive, because some games have too much of a limiting factor, where basically they try limiting you and then paywalling you to play more. But I don't feel like Gems of War is set up like that, personally. They have been adding some aspects that are slightly more like that, but I don't ever feel like it's been paywall at any point. Even when playing on the Nintendo Switch account, I never feel like, oh, I'm like out of sigils, I can't do it anymore, oh well. But no, it's like, it never feels like it's really much of an issue with Gems of War with how it's set up. Because I'm pretty sure you guys know what kind of games I'm talking about. Where you play it for like an hour and then it's like, oh, well, everything I do now is like completely pointless because it's so much less effective because of how the game is set up. Let's see, we'll take that over. That down. And there we go. Half of Exile is only cosmetics? Interesting. Most MMOs are pretty much like that, though. RuneScape, old school RuneScape's kind of like that. Well, it's particularly old school RuneScape. It does have a subscription system, but you can easily pay for it with in-game resources. I forget what the current economy is like, but I know when I was playing it, it only took about 5 hours of playing to really get enough for half a month of membership. So basically, it's 10 hours of playing to get like a month for free. They jacked up the price quite a bit, though. I think it's like $11 now. I remember back in the day when it was only like $5 or something. Like doubled in price. Way beyond that of inflation. But as far as upcoming games I'm probably going to be getting into, I believe the next one's basically going to be Mario Maker 2. I really, really wanted to play Mario Maker. I almost bought a Wii U just to buy Mario Maker almost. That and the Smash at the time. But, yeah, they're finally bringing it to Nintendo Switch. And it's a completely new game with new assets, new everything. So hopefully that ends up panning out to be interesting. But, yeah, I'll probably be playing that a lot. Not sure how much I'll be streaming it. But, it is a pretty good stream game. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Crash Team Racing. Isn't that coming at the end of June? Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's coming around the same time as Mario Maker. Yeah, I haven't played a Crash racing game in forever. I never really had any of the other non-Nintendo platforms. However, most of my friends did, so I would play some of the Crash games on either like their little what was that one thing called? One of those small mobile devices things that had it on it. Not like an actual mobile device, like one of those handheld things, but also just on like PlayStation and stuff like that. But yeah, I always loved the Crash racing ones. As much as the Crash games in general. What other games do I have on my Switch? Let's see. I primarily only play on it, as far as all the games. I don't know if I could even think of all the games currently. But the main ones I currently play these days are really just Smash, Mario Kart, and Gems of War, obviously. But as far as some other games, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, really great JRPG. Let's see. Why can I not remember his name? Wargroove, which is not exclusive on that platform. It's on several platforms, but that's a pretty nice turn-based thing. I forget what genre that is. I played games like it in the past, like over a decade ago. I forget specifically what that genre is called, where you have like a it's basically a board, and you have a bunch of little troops moving around and turn-based on like a grid. There's a special genre for it. I forget what it's called though. That game's pretty decent. And other than that, there's like a few others, but most of them are like really small games. Most of them are on other platforms too, but yeah, it's mainly just those three, I would say. Just obviously Gems of War, Smash, and Karts. Yeah, I tend to not buy too many games. Just because AAA gaming in general, it starts getting like excessively expensive. There's very few games I ever get, and I'm the kind of person that tends to play for replay value more often than not. So I'd rather just buy one game once that's like $60 that has like over 1,000 hours of replay value, rather than get a bunch of smaller ones. Tactical RPG? Yeah, tactical RPG sounds about right. I always liked turn-based RPGs and stuff like that. Generally, turn-based in general, I tend to prefer more often than not. Anything real-time just starts to add so many more complications. Let's take that for now. And then we just red right. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, never mind. That wouldn't have been enough to kill. Let's do that. And then it goes. So no Zelda? No, I have not actually played Breath of the Wild. I have not. I have seen footage of it, but I have not played Breath of the Wild. I've also haven't played Mario Odyssey, though I've seen like every single aspect of Mario Odyssey already, just in downtime. So I think I've seen so much footage of both the games that it just doesn't have value for me to actually play. I'm also not specifically huge on games that do look visually good. Like that's not a negative, but I don't know. I've never been huge on like things like Breath of the Wild, like games that are specifically made to have good visuals as one of the main aspects of the game. I've really cared for stuff like that. I'm always about the gameplay. And that game does have pretty good gameplay. Just again, I've seen so much of it that it just doesn't seem enticing. It has the sense of humor that the Gems of War creators have. What kind of sense of humor does this game have? It has a really weird one. because there's only so much you can do with a small amount of text. Though if you do take the entirety of how much text is in this game, there is a lot of text. It's more than a novel worth of text, even though it doesn't seem like much, because it's always like really small amounts. But it is, I forget the exact word count. I believe it's over 100,000 words if you count absolutely all the cards and everything. It's some kind of really absurd amount. Like, you wouldn't really think it's that high, but then you start thinking, oh yeah, there's, what, 800-something cards, there's 100-something weapons, there's a dialogue thingy for every single kingdom. Stuff like that starts adding up. Let's see. Hello, Biker! Also, what's this cool screenshot topic that you're posting? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? JZG. That's weird. That is pretty funny. I have not seen that ever appear. That is a really, really funny screenshot. When did that happen? Just now? Or like a few hours ago? I have never seen that appear. Can I please go over how Pet Day works? For example, can anyone unlock another pet in PvP on Wednesday? No. Or the pet on the day will be seen as an ordinary active pet. The way that pet events work on Wednesdays is it's basically like a normal pet event, where you have it for an hour, except it's for 24 hours. This basically allows you to guarantee have a chance of getting it. Since, well, if it's for 24 hours, obviously, if you just come on at any point in the day, you'll be able to get it and, you know, just go obtain it. But you are not able to obtain any other pets during that duration, unfortunately. During the 24 hours that a new pet is released, you cannot obtain any other pet other than that one pet once. So if someone tries getting another pet gnome, they'll just get 2 white pet food. They will not activate another pet for the guild because you already have one active. So yeah, you can't farm pets during that time. However, you pretty much have a guaranteed chance to get that one pet done. But no, you're not able to farm during that day. You can only farm the other 6 days of the week. It is definitely highly advised to try getting 1 copy of every pet as quick as possible. However, everything beyond that, you'd have no real rush. But getting that initial one gives a good majority of value. Almost every single pet gives half of its value the second you own it. Some of them a little bit less, but a good majority of them give half their value the second you even own the troop. Definitely worth getting it. Or getting 1 copy of each. Beyond that, it's basically just for kingdom upgrades at that point. You don't really need them to be mythic for a while. I don't think you need a mythic pet until 13 stars, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're nowhere near a 13-star kingdom, you don't need it for a while. Can I make an updated gold farming video? Yeah, we do need to cover that soon. These days, it's basically skeleton key, leprechaun, bronze lock pistol, stuff like that are the main primary sources for gold farming. I'll definitely make an updated gold farming video. So far, the plan for next video should be, later today we'll be covering Dervish. And the other thing that we'll be doing is, oh, what was the other one? We're covering Dervish, and tomorrow I definitely want to try getting out that video I've been meaning to do for like a week now. The one going over the Nintendo Switch thing. Yeah, there's probably a lot of dated Gems of War videos out there. Almost every 6 months or so. The strategies for everything tend to change up. However, gold farming has been the same for the last 6 months, actually. But normally every several months, meta changes for various stuff. The teams you have to face in PvP are different. However, the actual like best gold farming teams or some of the better ones are still pretty much the same, oddly enough. It's kind of funny. Kind of weird how that is. Hello, Zeddicus. Yes, may the 4th be with you. May 4th. For Star Wars thingy. The amount of pets you get from a pet event can vary a lot. It can go anywhere from 1 to, theoretically, what, 10? The most I've ever gotten in one go was 6, so on average, I do believe it falls at about 2 on average. I have gotten as many as 6, though, before. Only once, though. We've gotten 5 a couple times. Oh, stream just went down. Come back, stream! Come back! But yeah, we got 6 once, 5 a couple times, 4 probably about a dozen or so times. 3 and 2 and 1 I've gotten countless amount of times though. Yeah, they need to do something with pets to make it easier to reobtain new ones, or to obtain the new ones. They cost way too many gems to bother buying them with gems, and yeah, there's just no way to really focus them. You need some kind of way to craft them with souls and old pet food or something, but I don't know, you need to do something to be able to craft pets or obtain them in some way other than throwing gems at them or doing it during an event. Because it is starting to get hard to upgrade like all the new pets that they keep adding. The way they keep doing it is just really, really weird. Because it becomes harder and harder to do each individual pet the more pets that exist in the game. They keep underutilizing Soulforge, but hopefully they'll do something with Soulforge for it into the future. But actually make it a lot easier to do. Or at least allow you to sink some resource other than gems into it. Buy orbs to pets? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd prefer they do a different method, but that would work. If I had a pet at Legendary that I needed upgraded to Mythic, I would probably use a small blue on it. Unfortunately, that's not currently a thing, though. The pets would come from whichever one they have set as Home Kingdom. They have been planning on trying to do more stuff to Home Kingdoms. They haven't yet, though. They've made mention of it, like trying to make Home Kingdoms viable. But in the current state of the game, Home Kingdoms still mean nothing. Even in the past, they used to mean more than they mean now. Because the trait stones you used to find in PvP used to be based on your Home Kingdom. Like, for example, if you were to fight revenge battles, where you'd be fighting in your home kingdom, they'd all be in your home kingdom, because all the revenges take place there. But, and then they would drop those trait stones. But, that doesn't even happen now, because now everything in PvP now gives random trait stones, rather than any specific. Yeah, home kingdom basically mean nothing. You just set your home kingdom to White Helm, or whichever one you like the particle effect from, and you just sit there. Because some people like having a different particle effect for their profile. Each kingdom does have one. White Helm has that light ray thing. You could probably barely even notice it because so many people use it. Kind of light what it looks like. But yeah, it just looks like that. But there's a bunch of other ones too that have like a background effect. Like for example, if we go to, if we can find anyone with not White Helm. Okay, we got another White Helm. Come on, someone without White Helm. Let's see. There we go. As you can see, there's like a snow effect in the background there. But yeah, different kingdoms have different effects there, and some people like a different background for the thing. Anyways, that's not what I want. Let's go back to the grind here. But that's the only thing that home kingdom really affects these days. The background behind your profile and which tribute gets a little bit extra bonus. And of any kingdom with a tribute, White Helm is best, assuming they're all even. You've been waiting a year for peace pitching? You might want to try keeping an eye out on vault events then. Because even if your guild does less on average, as far as pets are concerned, vault events will always have a higher amount. So if you're not necessarily finding them during vault events, someone in your guild will be. The vault event weekends are the best time ever to try farming pets. It's because there's a higher chance that you and everyone else in your guild will be finding them. You've been wondering, why do people use troops like Sacred Treasure and things on the defend? No, it doesn't give a lot of gold or something. The reason people use Sacred Treasure, Fire Bombs, and other similar things is, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It actually technically does give gold. It doesn't directly give gold from the battle, but the reason why people set such bad defends is because losing gives more loot than winning on your defend team. And what I mean by that is if you lose a defend, you have a chance of finding a revenge battle on that person. And if you take a revenge battle in PvP, you gain twice the amount of gold. It gives +3 glory and pretty much twice the amount of gold. I believe the twice amount of gold is still invisible. It doesn't actually show you it on the end screen. But if you check your gold before and after, revenge battles do give twice the amount of gold. And 3 extra glory. But obviously it's for the double gold, mostly. But, yeah, and the more times you lose on defend, the higher chance you have of finding more revenge battles. That basically means more overall gold when you're running through PvP. But yeah, the meta for defend, pretty much the entire history of the game, not counting Guild Wars, but for your normal PvP defend, the meta has pretty much always been set the worst possible team you can. And setting the worst possible team is the best possible team for PvP. It almost makes no sense, but that's how it has been for pretty much the entire history of the game. Really weird, but they still haven't bothered fixing it yet. They've tried to in the past. Like, that's kind of what the rating system that they currently have in place now is kind of supposed to do. But you only get rewards up to 1.9k, unless you're going for leaderboard, so most people actually don't care if that score goes down. Because if they're not trying for leaderboard, once they have 1.9k, that score could go all the way down to 0, and it wouldn't matter, because they already claimed all the rewards for the week. Yeah, no problem. Is Nyx a good card? It's average. If you're gonna run Nyx, it's normally ran with Forest Guardian into, Forest Guardian, Nyx, Titan, and one other thing, like Queen Map or something, is normally what it's ran in. Yeah, Forest Troll Nyx combo is okay. Nyx on itself is pretty average. It's an okay drainer. I would personally prefer using Cockatrice because it has Entangle and Drain. And it's a full drain instead of just a partial. But it's average. Florian, Nyx, and all the other troops that are similar to that got a little bit nerfed several months ago. So they're not as viable. They used to do full drain and do mana based on that. Now it's capped at 12. They still do mana based on it. So if Nyx drains something with 12 mana, well, it's creating 12 blues. But it's capped at 12 now rather than their entire mana. Before, if they had like 24 mana and it drained it, it would do 24 blues onto the board, but that's not the case anymore. Capped at 12. But no, Nyx is okay. It's a little bit of above average. It's not something I would really use too often, though. And it's most noteworthy in Forest Troll into Nyx. If you're going to bother using it if you have Forest Troll. You and your girlfriend has maxed up Suna, but with different stats. She's almost 100 levels behind, but has better stats. It's probably from Kingdom upgrades. There's a lot of things that give you extra stats. Most of them being right over here. So if we go over here, you can see we're getting all these from Kingdoms. This is from having all guild tasks done. And you also get some from Delves. There's a lot of things that can end up giving you stats. The difference is mainly coming from level 10 all kingdoms, 5-star kingdoms, possibly guild bonus if you're in different guilds, and maybe renown. But yeah, it's basically just kingdom upgrades, guild, and factions are the three things that might be affecting your stats a little bit and making them different. But yeah, check this page. You guys probably have different numbers here. And it likely just means you have, most likely the biggest one is probably from having different amount of kingdom upgrades, is most likely the biggest difference that is causing that stats to be different between the two of you. No, that does not affect only hero. Oh, yes. Your hero leveling only affects your hero. However, all the things from kingdoms and everything else affects everything. But yes, the stats you gain on your hero from leveling your hero only affects your hero. However, the ones from kingdoms and factions and guild, those affect literally everything except for arena. But every battle you ever do, it'll affect all your troops, other than in arena. And the stats I just showed are the max that you can even have in the game, other than +1 attack, which we're still missing. But that's not too big a deal. And it's concentrated mostly, a good bulk of that, almost all of that, comes from level 10 all kingdom, level 5 all kingdom, and level 10 all kingdom, or at least whichever ones are currently possible. Almost all extra stats come from those aspects. And then a few comes from guild and a few comes from renown. And of course, things like level and ascension could also affect it, but I assume you guys both have it at the same rarity and same... Well, actually, it has to be same rarity. They're both mythic, but I assume you both have it to level 20. But obviously, that also gives it extra stats, specifically to that troop. Also, I still need to keep, like, a list of videos I still need to cover. I used to keep a list, but I don't really have one now. Okay, let me type now. Let's see. What was I gonna type out? But yeah. Let's see that. What was the other one I meant to do? Because I forget them almost instantly. Let's see. What was the other one? Oh yeah, stat difference. Because I know a lot of people have actually been asking that lately. Like why things have different stats. I've covered videos on it. I think I've covered 2 videos on it, but I haven't covered one in the last year or so. Hey, might as well cover another. I still need to get around to that. Going through every single guide video I've ever done, seeing which ones are still applicable, see which ones are not, and just update them all. That or literally just update them all. Even if they are still applicable, might as well just cover them again. Like I haven't covered a soul farming one in a while, even though the previous one's still fully applicable. The map one's still fully applicable, but I haven't covered it in like a year and a half. I believe it still even uses the old art style. It's so old, but it's still fully applicable because no new meta has ever come. Tyree into mana generation is still the best way to gain maps. Of course, you could passively gain off a skeleton key. That's something new that came in like 6 months ago. Other than that, Tyree's still the most efficient method if you're just looking just to get maps. I'll be back in a second. Let me go wash my hands. If I can get the thing unentangled. I gotta be back in 1 minute. Okay, where were we? Throw Firebomb down. Can I have Sunbird in there? So how's our leveling going? 63, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Go get all of our levels. See, how much more do we actually have time-wise? I think we might actually have another 3 hours to go. Get that maxed, because we're at, what, 63 right now? Each 3 levels are going to take at least an hour, not more. So yeah, that's, what, 2.5 hours then? Yeah, I do need to get that done, though. We can obfuscate it by just using 500 gems, but that's a lot of gems to have to put out to get it a little bit leveled. It's not even that good of a hero class. Probably just grind it out manually. Oh yeah, it's funny with the extra magic from Key. I still feel like it'd be better all overall with Thief, but yeah, it would gain a lot extra magic from that. Already gains quite a bit of damage already from, you know, just having gold boost ratio though. But this hero class does have +5 gold gain per turn. If you need an alternative way to gain gold off it. I don't currently have that set. Actually, what do I have it set to? Hold up. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see. Explore, edit. Click on you, edit. Let's see. I'm starting yellows with 10% mana. Why do we need that? Go 5 gold. You can get like 10 extra gold per battle. And with boost ratio, that's like 20 something. I know that's almost 0, but hey, it adds up. It adds up. Look at that, we get 10 extra gold. And that 10 extra gold off our boost ratio is something like, what? That's not an exact number, but let's see. We can actually tell by just going under here. Bonuses. So we are getting 25 gold. Or 26. I forget which way that rounds. But 25 gold is what we should be getting. Because we're getting an extra 15 on top of that 10. Yeah, 25 extra gold per battle. I know that's basically 0, but hey, do 100 battles, you just got 2,500 gold from doing that, for just having a single trait activated. Am I done with the Switch version? No, I've still been playing the Switch version. Nope, we've still been going with the Switch version, just haven't been streaming as much. Also haven't been playing as much. But no, we're still doing Switch. It's not as much. Hello, churros! Yes, may the 4th be with you. You're leveling it up, only class not at 100? Nice. Yeah, I still have about 8 hero classes to go. Haven't bothered doing that grind yet. I want to finally get to that point, though. Ideally by the 1 year mark. The 1 year mark, I believe, is August, if I'm not mistaken. So by the end of August, I do want to ideally have all hero classes maxed. It was either July or August. Actually, it might have been July, actually, now that I think about it. Never mind, it might have been July. Yeah, potions do make events way easier now, that is for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, I even have everything set up to go switch to Nintendo Switch if we had to. We can go bring it up right now. Actually, with that being said, I still haven't opened my keys, so... You know what? Let's go and bring up Nintendo Switch real quick. I said I'll have a redeem code at level 65, and we'll still be doing that. But... Go take a quick break and open some keys. I still haven't tried for Weaver yet on the account. So let's go do that real quick. It'll load up. Loading, loading, loading. Be up on screen soon, if it'll ever load. Why are you not turning on? Come on. Pressing down the home button. Turn on. Don't make me have to get up. There we go. Sometimes home button doesn't like working. Let's see. Gems of War. Get in there. Boom, boom. Okay, let me go switch this over real quick. Let's see. Where's the thingy thing for it? Where did it go? There it is. Let me mute this for now, so we don't have the backup audio. Okay, so we should only have one audio now. And by one audio, I mean no audio. There we go, now we have an audio. Or we'll in a second. Yeah, let's go open a bunch of keys and try getting Arachnine Weaver. Still haven't gotten that yet. And we do have a bunch of keys. Yep, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I don't have anything Star Wars related though, so I can't be festive. Not a single thing Star Wars related whatsoever. Used to have a lightsaber and some things, or you know, like little toy things like that. Obviously not a real one. A real lightsaber. Anyways, where were we? Let's go and open whatever mail junk we have. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we actually reached legendary tasks. Nice. Okay, chests. Did I even do my donation for the week? I know I still am really low on some of the other requirements because I haven't been playing too much this week. But have I done the gold yet? Where'd I go? Like all the way down now. Even though I have a lot more overall contribution than quite a few of the people above us, oddly enough. Let's see. Yeah, we did do a gold requirement. Still need to go do trophies and seals. Doesn't take too long though. At least the seals. Trophies a little bit more so, but you can just spam arena if we really had to for that. What am I looking for? Keys now. Let me go open all the keys. Well, not all the keys. I believe we don't need event keys this week. I forgot. What's the event week right now? The event week is Pansvale. Yeah, there's nothing good in Pansvale. Nothing that we need. Let's see. Okay, can we get all these gold keys down? That's all of them? Okay, so let's start on the glory keys and then head over to the gem keys and hopefully get ourselves a mythic. Arachne Weaver is in the drop table. Oh, nothing good there. Anything in here? Emperor Liang and 2 arcanes of pure color that we don't have because I've been doing it for kingdom upgrades. Nice to see some more arcanes. However, I do not really need Emperor Liang. She's pretty bad, but at least we have one now. Okay, let's just open 50 in the last little bit. Nope, nothing in there. Only 1 single epic and not even a new one. And yeah, let's throw 1,000, I guess, down. And we got a Lust. Nice. Would need to get her fully traded. Maybe a second one instead of really trollish defending. Got another arcane that we might be needing for some upgrades as well. And nothing in there. Running low on keys. Okay, we'll do 50 and then we'll do the last 27. No, not even a legend. Ooh, that is horrible. Oh, that is amazing though. Hindla. I've been needing Hindla. We've been using a lot of giant teams because we've been messing around with Titan, obviously. But now we finally have Hindla. Very nice. I've actually been needing this troop. I might even go use double orb on it and go get this thing maxed. That's actually a really, really good pickup. Not the new mythic, unfortunately. But that is still a really nice thing to have. Let's type in Hindla. And yeah, let's go get this thing upgraded. Where's the orbs of all orbs? Oh, do we actually ascend it? No, I don't think it'll be worth ascending. Let me go trade up the first traits. Buy that. Oh, we're running out of runics, green runics. We're getting really low. But let me go use double orb on you. No, oops, I don't want to buy the trait. Where's the orbs? Small orange. Small orange. And there we go. We'll just level it manually with souls. Oh, let me repick my thingy. Increase the level to 18. Oh, never mind. I won't repick it. We already have one that we need. That'll work. Let's go with that. Wait, what's that other one? Fornique from the same kingdom, yellows. Which one would be overrate? Now we could just do them. Finish them out. They're all both pretty close anyways. Oh, I need to go do the Broken Spire one. That one's actually pretty good loot. Yeah, we might as well just let that one go naturally. We'll get 1,200 souls back for upgrading her. Oops, she's not here now. Go type that back in. Hindla. Let's say how spell Hindla. Hindla. And let's go get this thing upgraded. I guess we'll use it once real quick. Oops, that's what I meant to do. Get that in there, and there we go. Okay. So, what does that allow us to use now? That would allow us to use a 4x giant team? Should. You can now run, put that in there. Put the... What weapon do we run though? Oh, I don't have Ural though, do I? Oh, hold up. I don't have Ural. I don't believe I do. I definitely don't have him traded. Oops, wrong button. I don't have Ural. Oh, that changes things slightly. Might not be able to do anything with it then. What do we have under, why don't... Here, clear. There we go. But, let's see. What do we have under Giants? Never mind. Well, I guess I could still put it in on a various team. But, we don't have much of the synergy troops for it. Like, we put in, like, one of these. But, that doesn't really gain too big of a benefit from it. Yeah, never mind. We don't actually have any of the good synergy troops for it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, she's the only legend giant we have. Well, not counting him. He doesn't count. He's not actually a legend. But, as far as base rarity, well, we might need to get some more of those later. But anyways, mess around with her later. But for now, let's go back to the normal grinds. Anyways, where were we? Close that up. Bring up the other screen. Get rid of the audio. And there we go. Okay. Well, yeah, we didn't get Weaver. We still only have one mythic on that account, and it's Death, which isn't really going to get us too far. Ugh. That was something else I've been playing on Nintendo Switch here and there. Uno, the classic game of Uno. It's actually a really good treadmill game. I've been playing it a lot on treadmill. Because since it's a somewhat luck-based game, I'll say like, okay, I can't get off this treadmill until I won 5 battles. Until I win 5 matches, I mean. And it could take a while. Because when just doing it against AI, because I don't bother doing it online. But because of connection issues sometimes. But it can take anywhere from like 20 minutes to like an hour to get that many battles done. So it makes for a good stay on treadmill for X amount of time kind of thing. Oops, why am I trying to use controller? I'm like still holding onto the controller. Try to control the other version of the game. That won't work. I do have 2 of the controllers now though. But I don't have enough USB slots to have the capture card in as well as the other thing. I would need to go get another adapter thingy. Those multi-port USB things. Because my computer has 0 USB slots left. Even with a extender for even more. Now what's kind of funny is my Nintendo Switch is almost out of slots too. Well, not quite. But I have a little thing that has a few extra slots on it. And I still have the 2 on the side, which I actually don't use. But I mainly just have I have 3 things plugged into it. I have one that is needed for the Ethernet cable, so that it has a stabler connection. I have the keyboard in it, and I have the, what was the other thing? The controller in it. I have 3 things. So it still has 2 USB spots left. Because the Ethernet adapter thing has 2 USBs on it. As well as a bunch of other adapters. Oddly enough, it's actually a monitor adapter, but I'm kind of using it for a different purpose. Because it got it cheap enough, and in case I ever need to go with multiple monitors, I'd be able to use it for that purpose. PC and everything. So hello, Christy. Welcome. Hello, Original! Welcome! We should almost be at level 64, and then one more level will hand out a code. And then about 2 more hours, and we'll finally have all the levels. Actually, it's probably more like 2.5 hours, but probably by the 4-hour mark of this stream, we should have it done. I mean, we'll be streaming until then. Or most likely. Maybe we'll stop at like 68 or 69. And then just get it done as I'm setting up the video. Or as I'm thinking about things for the videos, like setting it up. Sometimes I'll do that. Or just watch YouTube while I do it as well. I normally do that for Monday videos a lot. Like, every single thing that I might not have seen during the week, it's like, while I'm setting up everything for it. Because normally, if it's like raids or invasions, I need to play some of them out in the battles. Just so I can show the raid up to the raid boss or up to like multiple towers, so we can actually show a team for it and other stuff like that when setting it up. I'm normally just watching YouTube the entire time. Wow, we almost just won without even needing any follow-up. Almost skulls alone, killed him out. It is the benefit of extra attack. And once next faction comes out, we will have 4 higher attack on this team. 3 because of elemental bonus, and 1 because we'd finally have 20,000 total renown. Also, if I'm not mistaken, next faction actually allows you to get an extra HP value as well. That's only if you have almost every faction maxed, though. Which we don't, obviously. But we're working on it slowly. Slowly but surely, we shall have every single faction at level 500 completion. So hello, Gustavo. Welcome. You have them all at 500? All of them at 500 pure faction, or just 500 completion? Because if you have them all at 500 pure faction, very nice. I believe there are a few people that have that done now. Before it was 0, I believe people have been getting it done, mainly because potions have made it so much easier, of course, too, to cover whatever holes people might not have already had. But, yeah, have you actually done them all pure faction? Because I don't think too many people have done that yet. Hello, Ben Templar. Welcome. Everything's been going pretty well. Mainly just grinding out the class at the moment, so we can cover it for video. Soon, TM. And that will also make us one step closer to finally having every hero class maxed. We've got a ways to go on that. Problem is, it just takes so much time. It's 28 hours at minimum per hero class. That keeps adding a new one every single month. So even if we farm hero classes for 1 hour per day, that's basically just maintaining the rate at which we don't fall behind. And we'd have to do it for more than 1 hour per day in order to actually start increasing in levelage. Because anything less than that is basically just stagnating. Well, once we finally get ahead of the curve, then we don't really need to worry about it too much anymore. Especially if we have an excess of gems, because half of it we can just buy with gems, and then the rest we can just level. Yeah, there are people that should be pretty close. I could have sworn that at least someone has it done, though. I know some people have only needed, like, a few for a while now. I just assumed that they would have gotten it by now. But they probably saved the hardest ones for last. But then with potions, all you have to do is just wait until it falls around, throw a bunch of gems at it, and then boom, you auto-win. Are they doing a hero class for every kingdom? Yes. Every single kingdom will eventually have a hero class. That is correct. Currently, that is not the case, but we will eventually have a hero class for every kingdom. Not sure what they'll do once they do that, but yeah, we will be having one for every kingdom in the near future. We keep getting another new one per month. Obviously, we just got Dervish for Drifting Sands most recently, literally yesterday. But we'll have more every single month. Next one is going to be, let's see. We actually already know what it is. I believe we already know what the next few are, if I'm not mistaken. But the next hero class is going to be for Merlantis. That will be interesting because that means it has freeze at start and might have a, it also has some good submerge options. But the next hero class is a Merfolk. It uses green mana. It deals magic, or its weapon does, or sorry, wait, never mind. Oh yeah, never mind. But yeah, it deals magic +5 heavy splash damage, which is 75% to adjacents, to an enemy. Boosted by all blue allies at a 4x boost ratio. So that's potentially 16 extra damage if you're using on pure blue. If the enemy dies, give 3 magic to all allies and submerge them. Oh, okay. So basically you get a 4x submerge every time you get a kill and a little bit extra magic. Though the heavy splash could potentially be decent. That's, what, 12 additional damage to 2 adjacents if you were using on pure blue. Maybe it could be an okay early mid-game kind of weapon. I don't think you would use it in late game, though. It seems a little underwhelming. It has Water Tree, Life Tree, and Arcane. That's not too bad. Because that means it has half mana start because it has Arcane. It has 20% spell reduction. Oh, it has 20% spell reduction into Submerge. That's not too bad of a combo. It has Freeze at start, Submerge, and... actually, I'm not sure if you can be able to stack all those. But it has 20% spell reduction, Submerge, and Freeze at start. That's an interesting combo to have. Also, what's its unique trait? Obviously, it counts as a Merfolk from Merlantis. And explode a blue gem on 4 or more gems. Oh yeah, whenever you take a when you take a 4x or 5x match, you explode a blue gem. So basically, it's that one explosion trait, except it has as its final trait. That's not too bad. It also has Submerge Self when dealing skull damage, which is a unique trait. I don't think there is anything that has that currently. But every single time it takes a skull, it will submerge. Meaning you could use it with a weapon that submerges you every single time you cast in order to keep this hero class perpetually submerged. That could potentially be useful. That's an interesting concept. No other trip currently even has that either, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that's the only hero class we currently know everything about. The other ones will be determined in the future. But as far as ones that we actually know all the info on, that is the only one. And that's coming on June 7th. So a month from now. Yeah, that's right around the corner. But yeah, it submerges itself every skull. That's interesting. That's not a unique trait either. There's going to be troops that are going to have that into the future. Currently, nothing does. It seems like the hero class is going to be the first one to have it. Most likely. I don't think there's any troop between now and then that's going to have that ability. No half mana? Wait, does Arcane not have half mana on it? Wait. I could have sworn it did. Or was I thinking of a different tree? I could have sworn Arcane has half mana to start. Let's see. Who has Arcane? Doesn't Necromancer have Arcane? Let's see. Customize. Arcane. Arcane has 50% start. But yeah, it has 50% start. It has an Arcane tree. It has Life tree, Water tree, and Arcane tree. So what would its full tradage be? So let's see. That's just not an easy way to just put them all side by side. But let's see. I can actually figure that out real quick. Let's go do that real quick. Might as well. We're already talking about it. Might as well go all the way. Let's see. What traits would we want? Let me go just put this into chat then, so I can keep track. So you'd most likely want to go the 50% mana on 20 and then 10. Okay, so 10 for 20%, 20 for 50%. I'll know what that means. Then we have Life Tree. You'd probably use the 8 life off a Life Tree. Let's see, what has Life Tree? I'm pretty sure Priest has life. Where's Priest? Customize. So it has a Life Tree. Let's see. Under Life Tree, you would use the first trait most likely, which is 8 life. 8 life. Let's see. What else is under Life Tree? You'd probably use the Cleanse as well. Possibly. Oh, you know what? You probably wouldn't use the 8 life. You'd probably go for the Freeze off a Water Tree instead. I believe that's on tier 1 on the other thing. Never mind. You would probably use the Cleanse, though. Cleanse seems pretty good. So the 5 is Cleanse. You probably wouldn't use the Divine one on this final thing. Actually, never mind. It doesn't have Divine. It has the Fae thing. It has green mana for... Okay, nothing else you would use. And then Water Tree. You'd most likely... Oh, that Submerge on Water Tree better not be on 20. Because you're going to go for... that's going to ruin the hero class if it's on 20. Wait, where's Water Tree? Where is Frost Mage? If it's on 20, that's going to completely ruin the hero class. Okay, good. It's on 40. That works then. Perfect. Okay, so 40 is Submerge. Yeah, this hero class might actually not be that bad. It's, has some decent utility. Also, I believe it's the first hero class to have 3 different choices for Link. If I'm not mistaken, it has green, purple... Oh, duh. We had Arcane Tree here. It's basic. That's funny. I didn't even realize that. It's basically Frost Mage, but without Storm Tree. But it has the explosion of Storm Tree on its trait, so it's kind of... It's pretty much like Frost Mage, actually. It's really similar to Frost Mage, but with a lot more Submerge rather than a lot more Freeze. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, you'd most likely use the +1 blue. And you'd probably use this one. What is that? All Merfolk gain 2 magic when an enemy dies. Yeah, you'd probably use that. So, interesting. Merfolk 2 magic on death. Wait, you have freeze on 1 though, right? Yeah, snap freeze. So... Okay. So that would be everything that you would get then. So its first trait would be snap freeze, or it would freeze at the start of battle. It cleanses every single extra turn. It has 20% spell reduction. It starts with 50% mana. It submerges a random ally every extra turn. It has +1 blue mana. It'll give Merfolk extra magic every single time an enemy dies. It explodes a blue every single time you get an extra turn. And it has Submerge every time it takes a skull. That is everything that you'll be able to have in combination off the new hero class. But yeah, it's basically like Frost Mage, but with more Submerge rather than more Freeze. So yeah, it has potential. Frost Mage is definitely above average, probably around what 5th, 6th. You use it for some Guild War days, but yeah, it's basically going to be a Submerged version of Frost Mage. Should be pretty solid actually. That's a pretty good anti-spell troop. Yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. Definitely has some potential. It's not going to be like meta breaking. It's not going to be like Titan level good, but it's pretty decent actually. Anyways, where were we? Go and also that's the notes I just took. I might as well just paste it there. Those were the notes I was just taking on it. But yeah, that's not too bad. Everything it has. And that's not counting the traits. Of course, the traits, as I mentioned, are Explode, a blue every extra turn, and Skull or Submerge on Skull. Those weren't mentioned in that. But everything else is there. Freeze at start, cleanse every extra turn, 20% spell reduction, 50% mana start, Submerge. So Submerge into 20% spell reduction is a really interesting combination. Frost Mage already has this, but on top of the fact that it also has Submerge on Skull, makes it quite a bit better. Because normally the biggest issue with Submerge spam is, especially if you're putting your hero a little bit more towards the front of your team, like let's say second slot, it's going to keep losing its Submerge because you keep taking Skulls. Every time you take a Skull, you lose Submerge. However, if you gain Submerge every time you take a Skull, you're never going to lose your Submerge because you taking the Skull will give you Submerge. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. That trait in general, that second trait, it's kind of, I hopefully start adding that to some other stuff. Because that's one of the biggest faults that most Submerge currently has, is if it casts its ability. There are several abilities that will allow it to perpetually stay submerged, but there is currently no mechanic that allows you to stay submerged while taking skulls. But now there will be, at least with that hero class. But hopefully they start putting on other stuff. Because having an ability that submerges you every ability combined with a trait that allows you to submerge every skull is a insanely good combo. Because it basically makes you almost immune to AoE damage. Not fully. Obviously, you could still be dispelled with an extra turn like Wisp or Azura into a Cascade or something and lose that ability. So you can still get spell countered, but or curse countered. Curse will also do it, of course. But no, it's still gonna be pretty solid though. It'll definitely be better than this hero class, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, this hero class is pretty underwhelming, though it might be useful in the future. All this hero class really needs, the Dervish hero class, to be good, is we need monster 50% mana start. If they add that, this hero class would instantly become amazing. But at the moment, it's just pretty average. Or even really below average, actually. It's really only used for its highest dodge in the game, which isn't really that relevant, because it's still pretty low. Even though it's the highest, it's still low. And the only other aspect is for monsters, but there's not too much synergy for it currently. Yeah, they changed the redeem code site slightly, not much. They changed it a few days ago. I noticed that. I believe they did it on Wednesday. So as I mentioned, well, speaking of redeem codes, we'll have a redeem code once we get level 65. Which, slowly but surely, we're heading there. Almost level 64. And 6 more levels to go. Come on. There you go. Do I like the new Mythic? Oh yeah, I love the new Mythic. I haven't been using it too much just because it's not as viable until we get that other troop. But, it's a nice utility troop. Right now, it's pretty much just average. But give it 2 weeks and it'll be one of the better troops in the game. Definitely top 10. Just because of how good of a disable it is. It's going to have a perfect curse stun synergy. Which will make it in combination the best option in the entire game for disabling the entire enemy team. Because the biggest issue right now it currently has is it's hard countered by Impervious. But once we get that elemental curse troop, that combined with this new mythic will just be a perfect synergy. Since the troop will just do the curse, and then you use your half mana to easily feed your Obsidious, and one single extra turn gets it so you disable literally every trait in the entire game, except for Indestructible. But every trait other than that, it would completely disable. Even Impervious. Also, it's a gnome event on Nintendo Switch, not on PC and all the other versions, but it feels like it sometimes. Can we get a Vault Key or 4 Gem Key drop? Get some pretty good drops earlier, 20,000 gold and 4 Gem Keys. Only 4,000 gold, but better than 2,500, I guess. Yeah, 70 is today's goal. I'm not sure if I'll be doing it all this stream. I do want to get a good majority of it in, at least 68, 69. We might go all the way to 70, though. But I want to record the video later today. And I need level 70 of this hero class to do that. That's what we're currently working towards. Because I can't really show this hero class properly a video going over it unless I have the 2 aspects that we'd use it for. And that is the explosion that it has and the highest dodge in the entire game that it has. I'll probably show like 3 teams for the video, you know, go over the normal stuff that we go over. Not much to go over with the weapon, but I might show 1 team with it, I guess. It probably wouldn't be with the hero class, though. It'd probably be with like Titan or something. Go to 70 on stream? Yeah, we probably will be doing 70 on stream. There'll be another 2.5 hours if we do it all on stream, though. Oh, we probably will. Might as well. If you guys have anything you guys want to chat about, feel free. Can I explain Vosh Doggone, the next mythic, and his spell? I'm not even sure I know what his spell does. To be honest, it's a really, really weird spell. And they might be changing it some because the way that it's worded makes it seem very confusing. But let me go read it again and see what on earth his ability is. But yeah, next mythic is very weird. It was actually supposed to be the mythic we just got yesterday, or, you know, Obsidious. But they end up putting Obsidious forward because, I don't know, something about this is really weird. How do you spell his name again? There it is. Vash Dagon. It devours an ally, then summons... Oh, never mind. Okay, they've fixed the wording on it. But it devours an ally. That makes sense. So it's basically going to be a mythic version of Black Beast, basically, with a bunch of other things. But it devours an ally, then summons a daemon if the enemy is devoured. So I assume by if the enemy is devoured, it is referring to your target. So for example, you can use a devour onto something that is immune to devour. So obviously it will not summon a daemon. Or basically, what this is supposed to do is the whole premise of this troop is it's supposed to devour one of your troops and then turn them into a daemon. However, it does not summon that daemon if it does not devour. So let's say we were to cast it on something with Impervious. Let's just assume Forest Guardian had Impervious and we go cast that ability on it. The empty slot that we have right now will not be filled with a daemon. Even though we used its ability, it only gets the summon if it devours your troop. So we'll only get a summon if it killed out the troop. However, one thing that you can do with this, let's say we have a Drake Rider that has a 100% chance to summon, or, you know, get his trait to trigger. If you have an empty spot in your team, and you devour with this mythic, you would get a daemon and you would get the Drake Rider summon. So you would be able to use it that way. But basically, the whole premise of this troop is to not need a summoner on your team. The biggest issue that Black Beast normally always has, and the thing that has always made him not meta, though he is good for some things, but just not, you know, like you don't really use him much in end game. So in mid game and stuff, there's quite a few things that you could use him for. But the biggest issue he's always had is you require needing a summon. Basically, with how they're going to be doing this troop, since it creates a daemon every single time it ends up getting that devour, it will no longer need a summoner. You do not need any summoner on your team in order for him to constantly get devours, which is going to be interesting to see how that pans out, because it's basically Black Beast without the summoning requirement. And on top of that, he also does deal magic plus 8 damage, deal magic plus 6 damage, true damage, scattered around the enemies, and that's boosted by his life at a 3-to-1 boost ratio. Oh, wow! I didn't realize that aspect either. Oh, this thing's going to be really good then. So it's basically Black Beast with an AoE. Or not an AoE, but with a split true damage that is boosted on his life. So that could potentially be really devastating. It's kind of like a combination of Black Beast and Death, in a way. Its ability is set up really similarly to Death, but it's true damage instead of physical damage. And the rest of his ability is set up kind of like Black Beast, just without the skulls, but with an auto summon. It does cost 24 mana, but yeah, it's basically Black Beast, a better version of Black Beast that costs an absurd amount of mana. And it does use the same colors. It is brown, green, which are both Black Beast colors, and blue. And as far as his traits, he gains 2 life every extra turn, which synergizes with the fact he has 3-to-1 boost ratio on his life. He has Spell Armor for 25% spell reduction. And his unique trait is he curses a random enemy when matching brown gems, which with brown meta is going to be pretty decent, obviously. But, yeah, Mythic looks pretty nice. Not sure where you would really use it too much, though. I guess maybe Tower of Doom would probably be the biggest location where you would use it. I don't think you would throw it in Delves. So, you know what? Maybe we can get away with it in Delves, too. But I feel like it's more of a Tower of Doom and a... maybe Guild Wars, but mostly Tower of Doom and PvP, I think, are the 2 biggest locations you would throw that down on. It's an interesting concept. Has potential. Definitely will need to do a video comparing it to Black Beast when it comes out around that time. Also, what am I doing? We could already win. Throw that down. How would you get a Daemon if there's no empty slots? With Drake Rider? I'm not sure if it would be a Daemon or not. It depends if the trait triggers first. It depends if the ability triggers first or the trait triggers first. I'm not sure which one would actually trigger first. We'll find out. If I had to guess, if it's anything like how Sunbird's ability is, the trait will trigger first. So instead of doing a Daemon, the Drake Rider will pop up. Also, level 64. One more level, and we'll hand out a code. And then we're pretty much at the halfway point, kind of. Or at least to our goal that we have. Trying to get this thing to level 70. I guess halfway through 65 is technically more so the halfway point, but oh well. Since we started at 60, and obviously it takes slightly more XP each level. I hate that thing so much. Tina is so annoying with that 50% spell reduction. I have never seen it die in one hit, just because it has double the durability of anything, and it's a mythic and it already has high durability to begin with. Speaking about mythics, double mythic, what are you doing? One of them is a pretty useless mythic that has like no stats, but still. Yep, and they live because double mythic. I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 mythics though. I've never seen triple or quad mythic for a explore battle. What's the fastest way to get Iron Gut to 100 attack for instant devour? Stargazer. And then just try getting a devour into infinite spam. Or just do infinite spam and just keep getting devours until he has that much attack. Depends what you're running him in. Like, the way that you do it in PvP is quite a bit different than you do it in factions. Like, factions, you pretty much just always do mana loop, because there's no point in trying to give it attack, because it normally has over 50 attack to begin with. Oh yeah, you can also use Earth's Fury if you own it. That is an old event weapon, though. But Earth's Fury does, one single cast of that, depending on the game mode you're in, would instantly give him over 100 attack in one cast. It does have some mana conflict with him, but it would give it to 100% immediately. Oh, what's the new pet? Oh yeah, I didn't actually double check to see what that was. If I had to guess, based on it being an owl, that probably means it is... let's see, is that Pan's Veil? That's the background of Pan's Veil. I think that might just be Pan's Veil. We gotta double check. That pet is... obviously a new pet, but it has the bonus of No, beasts. It counts as a beast pet. Oh, that's nice. That means the team that we're using right now will be buffed slightly. Currently, we have, oh, you know what? Well, after we finish out Dervish, we know what we're doing next week. We need to go grind out with, Warden hero class. Because if we're using Warden hero class, if we go switch to Warden real quick, you'll notice we have a, not bonus, let me back out, back in. Let's see, but you'll notice we have a beast bonus of 1 attack and 2 magic. And that will now be 4 HP, starting on next Wednesday. Because we'll end up getting the pet for Beast finally, for Beast bonus. That means Forest Guardian might be slightly more viable for some things. But that's kind of convenient because that's right in between the time when we're actually going to be doing all the grinding to try to finish out Warden. Because I do want to try to get Warden to level 100 before 2 weeks from now. Not next Friday, but the following Friday. So basically 13 days from now. I want to get Warden to level 100. And the reason for that, actually there's 2 reasons now. The main reason is because soon we'll be replacing out Forest Guardian in this team for Elemental. But starting next Wednesday, apparently, we have Beast bonus. So, yeah, that'll basically double those at minimum. So we'll have 2 extra attack and 4 extra HP. Or basically 1 extra attack and 2 extra HP on top of what we already have for this team. So yeah, that'll be nice. Anyways, also, you know what? I guess we don't actually need to change to Elemental then on this team. But I probably still would because I think it might be better. I forget if it has the damage. Yeah, it has, well, I guess they both have damage in a way. But, yeah, never mind. We might not even need to change out Forest Guardian. I didn't think about that. But, because we're getting the Beast bonus, so that means this team would actually theoretically have more damage than the Elemental one. Because the Elemental one we already know is going to get 3 attack and 6 HP. Unless we finally get an Elemental hero class. Yeah, the Beast one will actually be perfectly fine. Because that's actually going to be more HP overall as soon as we get it to Epic or higher rarity. Or not even Epic. Yeah, Epic rarity. Once we get our first 6 copies of the troop, it'll have a better bonus than it would with Elemental. So never mind. I almost forgot about that. Interesting. Anyways, let me change my hero class to obviously not this. Here's Dervish. Keep getting Dervish up. There we go. Yeah, we're getting there. As far as hero classes, let's see. How many more do we still have? Let's see. We have 1... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hero classes left. And of those, 4 of them are at 70. So we technically only have 6 hero classes left. Because every 270s is basically a hero class completed already. And 70 is the halfway point. But yeah, we have 8 hero classes left. With the time amount of 6. So if we just do the math on that real quick, we already know what that is. That is about 150 to 200 hours of farming is how much more grinding we have to do in order to have every hero class maxed. Obviously, we're not doing all that now. But we need to make progress on that. Yeah, 150 to 200 hours till we have every hero class maxed of just running Explore like we are right now. Or similarly. And doing that will allow us to have every hero class in the game maxed. And then we have another 28 hours every single time a new hero class gets released. So that is reduced slightly if we do the event. If we buy up to just tier 6, that would get rid of, I believe, 3 hours from it or so. So we'd only need about 25 hours or so. And every time we buy that 500 pack, that takes out 3.5 hours. Or sorry, not 3.5 hours. It takes away 3 hours. My bad. 3 hours less grinding every single time we buy that pack. Yeah, I've already completed out all the best hero classes, which is why I haven't been as motivated to try to level what's currently left. Because basically every single hero class that we don't have leveled is useless. Or they gain their full benefit at 70 and gain no point at getting to 100. They're either useless hero classes or they gain no they're currently at 70 plus and they gain no benefit at 100. That's basically every hero class I still have left to do. And even Dervish is like that. We'll be stopping it at 70 for the most part, and never really touching it much again, because unless we're specifically using it for something, there's no real point in getting it to 100, unless just for the sake of getting it to 100. Yeah, I will be doing even the most useless hero classes. I will be leveling. Obviously, I'm not in any rush to get them done, but I will eventually be getting around to those weaker hero classes. Wait, did we just get a Valky? I wasn't even paying attention to that. Did we really just get a Valky? Hold up. No, that was a Celestial. We got 100 souls. I was gonna say. It did have a legendary drop there, but it was the Celestial, not the Valky. It was 100 souls. Next to a Celestial drop. The awkward moment when the Trait Stone drop is better than your gnome. Does stun affect negative hero talents? Yes. Or sorry, negate hero talents? Yes. If the hero does not have immune to stun, it will stun every single one of its perks. So if you have it at level 100, you're basically losing 10 traits, theoretically. You'll lose all 3 of the ones that you have on your hero, on the normal traits, and you'll lose all 7 of your perks. Of course, you only lose the ones that are on, that are constantly occurring. So for example, we would not lose 2 magic when using daggers because it happens automatically. We would not lose Storm at start of battle because it happens automatically. And we would not lose the 2 attack at start of battle to all yellows because that happens automatically. But we would lose the 20% dodge, the monster bonus, the hunter's mark, the 5 gold every turn, and any other thing that is active. But all the things that take place at the beginning of battle don't get stunned away on this. But yes, these traits do get stunned just like how your normal traits would. It's one of the reasons why things like Titan and stuff are so good, because they have immune to stun, as well as several other immunes, but most noteworthy immune to stun, so they cannot lose their barrier every turn and other beneficial traits that they have. It's one of the main reasons why Stone Tree is one of the best trees, if not the best tree in the entire game. It has barrier every brown, and it has immune to stun, which makes it so you will have immunity to all your perks that you have on your hero. So whatever perks you have, you won't be able to lose unless you get hit by Curse and then a stun. But Curse Stun is coming into the game. 2 weeks and we'll have the really good Curse Stun option of Obsidius into, or I should say, the Mirage Queen, which is the boat thing, elemental thingy, coming in 2 weeks. That into Obsidius will counter every single one of those traits. It'll counter out that stun trait, it'll counter out Impervious, counters everything, but it covers everything except for Indestructible. Well, we'll see that in a few weeks. But until then, yes, things like Titan. It's one of the main reasons why it's so viable, because it never loses its traits. If you can't gain barrier while you're stunned, that likely means you don't have the hero set to stun, or the hero doesn't have immune to stun. But yeah, if you're using something that doesn't have immune to it, or you still haven't gotten to level 100 and place that trait on it, yes, if they get stunned, they will lose all those effects. They won't be able to bury every brown, they won't be able to explode with their extra turns and whatever other effects they might have. You don't have stun immune on them. Other way around that, of course, is just bring Cleanse. But then you have to waste a slot for Cleanse. Unless you're using something like Apothecary, then you're not really wasting a slot. Black Manacles with 3 Scorpius is a great team for the event. Yes, it is. We don't have a 3rd Scorpius, though, unfortunately. Only 2. Hello, welcome back, Kevin. Hope you enjoyed your coffee earlier. We're still at the grind. Handing out a code soon once we hit level 65 on this hero class. And then we're still working up to 70. Slowly but surely. So we can go cover the video later today. Either covering it tonight or in between the 2 streams. Let's see. We'll put that down. Sunbird in there. You somehow have 4? Wow. That is a lot of Scorpius. Yeah, we somehow have 4 Queen Auroras. And what's kind of funny is 3 Queen Auroras with a Mythic or sometimes a actual viable team. Obviously, you wouldn't really want to use that, but it does technically work. Half a pot of coffee so far, wow. That's a lot of coffee. I should try 3 Auroras and the new Mythic for fun. That wouldn't work at all. You'd be better off just using Infernus for that. The new Mythic is really bad as a damage source. Extremely inconsistent. You're gonna order pizza, finish your 3rd bottle, and then Netflix. Well, have a good time, Ben. Catch you later. Sounds like a good afternoon. Yeah, pizza is such an addicting food. Such a perfect combination. What kind of toppings do you guys like on pizza? I do feel like one of my favorites is Hawaiian, just ham and pineapple. That or I normally just go plain, keep it simple. Also, pretty big fan of like the vegetable ones, when it's like the white sauce and everything, with like broccoli, spinach, stuff like that. I know some people absolutely hate that, but that's actually probably one of my absolute favorites. It was like my top 3. What is that called? It's some kind of white pizza. It has like a proper name. I always forget it. I just call it like that white pizza that has broccoli, spinach, and everything. I know it has a proper name, but the Hawaiian pizza, and then just plain pizza. Those are like my top 3. So I think that's like the 3rd time this stream that pizza has come up. I'm not sure why, but apparently today's pizza day. Throw that down. Or should I say Pie Day? Ha ha ha. No, it's not Pie Day though. When is Pie Day? Google, when is Pie Day? I think it already happened this year, didn't it? Or did it not? When is Pie Day? Let's see. Pie Day. Pie Day. March 14th. Yeah, it already happened. Happened like 2 months ago. Oh well. Tacet like vegetable pizza alien confirmed. Squirrel pizza. Oh, that reminds me. Barbecue pizza is pretty good. So sometimes, if it's like a buffalo barbecue, it tastes awful though. More often than not. But if it's like a normal barbecue, pretty nice. Especially pizza with pork on it. Very few places do that. Like having like barbecue pork on a pizza is a really good combination. I don't think any places near me do that currently though. Oh yeah, duh. That makes sense that it's on 3/14. That makes perfect sense that it's on March 14th. Pie Day. Any topping equals good pizza? I've never tried any of like the super weird toppings yet, like sardines and other weird stuff. I don't know. Most toppings I would say are pretty good on it, though you can overdo some pizzas. I normally prefer them towards the simpler side more often than not. Even something like if I had to choose between plain and pepperoni, I would normally just go for plain. Hey, you can get pork on absolutely anything in China. Sounds nice. Hello, Ganzolt. Welcome. Hot dog pizza? I've never had hot dog pizza. Interesting combination. I definitely do like cheese dogs, and that's basically what it would be. It's basically just cheese dogs on a pizza, kind of. Or, you know, because it's cheese and, you know, everything. That'd be an interesting combo. I feel like I would want to eat them separately, though. On 2 different occasions. Like, when would you ever really eat both simultaneously? I guess it would work. I almost thought that was a real pet gnome for a second, and it's like, oh yeah, duh, this isn't even the game mode where we can get pet gnomes. Howler Gator Pizza. That sounds exotic. Chocolate pizza? Why would anyone eat chocolate pizza? That does not sound good. It's another one of those things where individually, yes. Together, no. They asked if you wanted bacon on a fillet of fish. That's kind of funny. I've never been too huge of a bacon person. I do eat it on occasion, but I've never been huge on it. Meats in general, I even just kind of stay away from when I can. But I do have them occasionally. Probably like once a week. Just because a lot of things that are high in protein I can't normally eat, like nuts and stuff. And I'm not a huge fan of milk and some other things that are decent in protein. Yep, today is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Oh, it's orange juice day. I actually don't have orange juice currently in the house. I have it on occasion. If I'm going to be having, like, breakfast for dinner, or just breakfast in general, like actual like breakfast like food other than just omelets, then I would normally have orange juice in the house. Like, it's really good with waffles. It's really good with pancakes and stuff like that. But I don't know. There's not really too many things that would really drink it with, for the most part. Also, one thing that orange juice is also fun for, there's quite a few things you could do with that, is freezing it. Freezing them into like ice cubes and then putting them into drinks. It's working out pretty nice. Like water with orange juice ice cubes. Is actually an interesting combination. It works though. It's also free comic book day. I've never been huge on comic books. It's same as superheroes. Superheroes, comic books, I never really understand the full appeal in them personally. But I guess I was never really around during like the real big comic book days. And again, there's still people around my age that are big into it too. I don't know, I've just never really gotten into it personally. Okay, I'm gonna let him get skull distracted there. And he's dead. Well, I have pizza about once a month or so. I wasn't talking about pizza though. I was talking about meat in general. I only have about once a week. See ya, Ben. Have fun with your pizza. Actually, I still have some left too. I think I have 2 slices left. Who knows? If we go long enough, maybe I'll eat it on stream. I didn't get anything fancy. Just one of the cheaper ones from Domino's. I don't have too many good pizza places by me, unfortunately. The problem with South Carolina is it has way too many fast food places. It's actually the 10th most obese state in the country. Either 9th or 10th, I forget. It's definitely top 10. Which makes sense, because I've definitely gained weight since I've been here. I'm at like 190, 195 or something right now. Do need to try getting that down a little bit more, because it keeps like creeping upwards slowly. I've been exercising more lately though. Especially now that the weather's been getting better. Homemade egg rolls, that sounds nice. I do need to start cooking myself more often. I don't know, what are some fun, simple things to cook? I've never been much into it, especially since my kitchen here is not really the greatest, so I probably should. That's probably the next thing I need to worry about upgrading. Since we might not be doing the computer yet. I really need more kitchen equipment. Like the pans and everything we have are so old. Barely have any silverware and just other stuff like that. How tall am I? I don't know exactly. I'm around 6 feet. Exact length to the exact inch I do not know. But I believe I'm around 6 feet, if I'm not mistaken. Soup? What kind of soups? I've never been big on chili, personally. Yeah, as far as my weight, I'm in the overweight category. Definitely not obese, though. Not even close to obese. But I think I'm like 20 pounds overweight. I think for 6 feet, it's around, I think healthy's like under 170, if I'm not mistaken. Do I like chicken? Yes, chicken is good. Tacet's kitchen blog coming soon. That'd be funny. That would be funny. But no, I would never get that into cooking. I would do it just for, you know, just the sake of having better food. Have I ever had chicken collet? I do not believe so. I've never actually even heard of that. I might have had it before, though. I've never heard it called that, though, if I have. Oh, tribute, nice. Grab that, get our Explore again. And as I mentioned, we will have redeem code once we hit that level. Should get there in the next 10 minutes or so. And keep working towards level 70. But I have been considering starting another channel where I just cover like the most random of things. Like things completely unrelated to almost everything. Just basically whatever I feel like covering at any given time. Just making a video on it. I've been considering making a second channel for that. And just keeping this channel focused just mainly on Gems of War and gaming in general. But obviously mainly Gems of War. But I've been considering just having a channel where I just dump random videos on whatever. But, I don't know. I might eventually. Because, if anything, I would just do it for fun. Even if it doesn't really make much money. Plus, I could cover whatever topics I want. Would be kind of interesting. See? Not sure it would have any particular focus. It would kind of be all over the place. It'd be fun to mess around with. Math with Tacets. Oh, I have had chicken like that before. I've never heard it called that before, though. I think one of the only reasons I haven't really done too many other videos related to like life stuff is mainly because I don't really have a good camera. It'd be something else I would need to go get if I was to start up on that. I'm not even sure what I would need to get for something like that, to be honest. I would need to look into it if I was to ever get to that point. Because most people, if they had absolutely no camera, they would just use their phone. But I don't even have a phone, so... we need to think of something for it. And obviously you wouldn't want to use a phone for recording stuff like that, ideally. Only problem is a proper setup like that's probably going to cost a couple hundred. Let's see. What do we even grab here? Let's take that over for now. A bird and a bird and a bird and a bird and a pig. Epic meal time. Oh yeah, I used to watch that channel. I don't anymore though. One interesting thing about cameras is I believe 4K recording is actually starting to become quite a bit cheaper. Hey, level 65. We're halfway there, kind of. Let's see. Actually, halfway through 65 is technically halfway there. But I did say we'd hand it out once we get 65, so let's hand out a code. And the grind continues. Yeah, at minimum, I guess we're going to go to 69 before the end of stream. Maybe all the way to 70. It's just, as I'm testing stuff, it's probably going to just naturally reach 70. But let's go hand out this code. Here you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com or use the game code section. Gives the, let's see, invite codes over here underneath settings menu, whatever your game says there. Copy paste the random numbers and letters right over there and put that in. Redeem code, same thing as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And works on every platform except console versions. There you guys go. Okay. Go back to the grind. Halfway there, kind of. Okay, I'll take that over. Stuff a Sunbird, and he's already dead. Or not. At least he doesn't have spell reduction. That's the only bad thing about them constantly adding more and more troops that have spell reduction. The more troops they have with spell reduction, the more we're going to find and explore randomly here and there. Let's see. Let's take that purple for now. Grab that. Then have a sunbird. Okay, move that over. Grab a firebomb down. And it should wipe even with its higher durability. Let me show off the TV screen. There we go. Because we're probably not playing on Nintendo Switch version for any more of the stream. We need to get that grind down. We're so close, yet so far. Feels so tempting to click that instantly get it to level 70 button by spending another 500 gems, but we're just gonna put in the time this time. Gotta get it down. Gotta take a reds, throw this down. We'll probably go all the way to 70 on stream, probably. Get it done now. Get it out the way. Yeah, no problem for the code, everyone. No problem at all. Also, we did just get Obsidious. Yes, we did. The third time we found him. And explore. So I think that was a full red purple team. Almost. 3 of them are. The other one's red brown. Actually, 3 of them are the exact same troop. Yeah, we'll have another redeem code later tonight. Which also reminds me, I still need to go ask her for more. I normally do it on Sunday night, though. Or often not, so tomorrow night I'll need to remember. Because that's normally when she's checking the forum and everything. And then normally by Monday night she'll have it. I have enough till like Wednesday, so it should be fine. I'm surprised it actually didn't live. Imp of Love has a pretty high base HP. I guess it's because its armor is not the greatest. Okay, we'll take that, take that. Sunbird rolling, and he's pretty much dead now. There we go. Yeah, the only problem with doing longer streams like this is we've been doing this for so long now. I always just run out of topics to talk about. I know, what do you guys want to talk about? We're still here for like another hour and a half. So that thing gets maxed, which be about an hour and a half. 80 XP per hour approximately. Have what? Actually, we could calculate that out exactly. But as a guesstimation, we have to say we need 50 more XP for this level. So 50 plus 67 plus 68 plus 69 plus 70 equals 324. Divide that by 180. And yeah, that's a little under 2 hours. How much more that will take? Okay, we'll get that in there. Throw our greens down. And we split kill that. Always pretty decent about talking about whatever I'm currently doing, though. But I feel like that tends to always be what I tend to talk about, though, rather than actually mentioning other stuff. I still need to get better at holding a conversation. I've always been pretty bad at it, because I've never really had much practice with it. Especially even with this, because we're technically not really a conversation, it's just me talking and stuff. Of course, you guys can chat back, but, you know, it's not like a conversation. Talk about the alien invasion. Well, there probably are to some degree something out there. Like the probability that there's like a higher probability that there would be than there wouldn't be. Like it's really improbable that we'd be the only intelligent life out there. If I could begin a mythic troop, or design a mythic troop, what would its spell and traits be? I've been asked that a couple times actually before. And I think it changes like every single time depending on what the meta is at the given time. But I don't know, these days. I do not know. It would depend on the kingdom that it was for, mainly, I guess. But it just have like just a blank one for anything. I'm not really certain what it would be. Like it's decently easy to come up with a lot of ideas, but just to come up with like one specific one, I'm not sure. Really, it just depends what we'd want to go for at a given time, what kingdom it's for, and a lot of other factors. Because obviously any mythic that you might want to add would probably want to be a fun mythic. Even if it's not necessarily one that's particularly useful. I would definitely love to see something that finally has freeze all enemies at the start of battle. So maybe some kind of glacial peaks mythic. That's like freeze all enemies that start a battle with some kind of freeze all ability into something that does a lot more damage to frozen enemies. Who knows? Maybe even just literal instant kill to things that are frozen. That people would have to use cleanse or actually that would kind of be interesting. Kind of like a deep freeze troop that has a lot of blue mana accumulation, freezes all enemies, but before it freezes all enemies, it checks to see if a single enemy is frozen, and it'll either do some damage to it or instant kill it if it's frozen. That'd be kind of interesting. Off of Glacial Peaks or off of Stormheim. So I'm pretty sure they'd put that more so on Glacial Peaks or something. But no, I really want to see a mythic that has freeze all enemies that start a battle mainly. That's a mechanic we've been needing for a while. Just to try to anti-counter some of the infinite loop teams. It's not going to be a perfect counter to them, but it's a good place to start. We have a freeze at start of battle, but currently we only have 2 hero classes, 3 soon. Only Frost Mage and Sun Spear. And soon we're going to have the whatever the Merlantis one is called. That's coming next, June 7th, I believe it was. The first Friday of June is when it's coming out. Silence all female enemies? No. No. That is pretty funny, though. Oh, so I need more female friends. I haven't really had much since the end of high school. Like, since 20, I haven't really had any. The last 4 or 5 years or so. And even this YouTube channel, if I check my analytics, it's like 90 to 95% male. As well as all the friends I have right now are male. Actually, with that being said, let me check my analytics. I'm pretty sure it's over 90% or really close to it. Let me see. Analytics. What's it currently at these days? Let's see. Which is kind of weird because Gems of War does have a pretty even kind of population of male to female. I'm not sure what exact data would be on that, but it's pretty even. Both. But anyways, what am I looking for? I am looking for... gender. Where on earth is that located? Oh, you're in here somewhere's analytics. Where are you? Oh, that's funny. My traffic sources right now, as far as where all the sources of where, like people are finding my channel, it looks like a peace sign. Because it's split evenly between two at about 33%, and then the other two are at like 16, 17%. And the shape it makes looks like a peace sign. It's kind of funny. Let's see. What's the other thing I'm looking for? Yeah, 93% male. So basically the entirety of the channel are males. Oh, welcome, September Blick. But yeah, 93% of the people that watch my channel are male. Actually, it's 93.3 or something. The exact. How about an orc that devours all allies and summons 3 Groshnok troops? That would be annoying, though. That would be an insanely strong trip, though. That would just auto-kill everything. You would just one-shot everything in the context of something like PvP. You saw my key opening train wreck? I know, right? Yeah, that costs way too many keys. That does way too many keys. But luckily, we have way enough to survive. We counted up earlier. We have over 10,000 gem keys worth of seals. A little bit over. So even though it looks like we're running low on keys, we have so many keys still just because of seals. Guild seals. It's a sausage fest. Let's see here. Should be enough to wipe. Or not. I like every single time I actually go and say that, it never wipes. There's always something that survives. Feels like. Okay, we'll get that down. And then we sunbird into win. Again, quite a few arcanes. We're probably almost at 280 or something right now. Or 380. I forget what base value we're actually at already. Fail. I forget. Are we in the 200s or 300s? Never mind. We might be in the 300s. I forget. Hold up. I don't remember now. I think it was 300s now. Let's see. It was 300 or 200? Oh, never mind. We're in the base 300s. But yeah, how's Brown Red doing? Yeah, 372. I was right when I said we had about 380. Okay, let's go pick a different arcane now. We did that one enough. I had to repair it after that mythic because this most recent mythic I forgot to use orbs on it. Let's see. So blue, purple, we need quite a few. It's still at 360. Pure red, we still need a few. Actually, we still need to win a bunch in PvP. You know what? Let's start doing some PvP grinding on casual 1 trophies. Better even take these out. You know what? Let's go bring out Tina Rush. I've been meaning to build a team around it, especially since we could easily get +5 glory out of it, rather than using this thing, because it allows a larger range of what we can kill. We do it with Tina. We throw in a Tina, throw in the, oh, what's it called? What was that one beast called? What does it even do? Forget now. Fail. Let's just go to Urskea and find it instantly. Urskea, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Put that in there, put like an apothecary in there, put like a mountain crusher, and just double Tina, I guess. And the other one we could kill off a skull. And it was put a mountain crusher in first slot using the new hero class. And we put that in front of that. Better banner to that. And one other thing I'm looking for, I'm looking to switch my hero class to obviously the one we're trying to level. Is Dervish. Okay, let's roll with that then. Should be able to just cast it, take a skull, win. Or something pretty similar to that. Get twice the EXP for these, however they do take a little bit longer. Hello, Sora. You're a new player on Switch, so envious of your trait stone collection? Oh yeah. Trait stones are a little bit hard to accumulate when you're first starting out. It's not really that it's hard to accumulate. You can accumulate them pretty much the same rate once you're in mid-game and later. But the biggest issue with them is that you're always constantly throwing them down to trait stuff. Do keep in mind that various events do give you orange orbs, and you should be using those orange orbs for various legends and mythics on their 2nd and 3rd trait, as well as hero classes, like on Titan and stuff, in order to get them upgraded. So why did I not take a skull there? We could have already won. Whoops. Whoops. Wait, do you do damage? No, you just create some reds, which we don't really need, and then just kill that out, and there we go. Yeah, let's keep doing casual PvP. Oh, we got a Mimic. I already have it maxed, though, so we don't need that. But, yeah, let's keep going to casual PvP once we run out of easy battles there. Okay, we ran out of easy battles. Let's just take this, get our free 5 glory, and get everything else from it. Oh, do I have this set to +1 glory? I need to if I don't currently. Wait, does this one even have an option for +1 glory? Might not. Never mind. I'll go double check. I don't think it does. I don't think it has that tree, but might as well double check just in case. We'll take a green for now. Throw it into a blue. Or never mind. We don't even need to do that. We're up against fire bombs. What am I doing? Let them firebomb spam. There we go. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll go over them all. But what was the other thing I was just looking for? Fail. That awkward moment when I went to go check something and then... Oh yeah, hero class. I know what it was now. I wanted to go check... Yeah, +1 glory. No. Yeah, +5 gold though. No +1 glory. Yeah, no glory. No glory for us, just a little bit of gold. Oh well. Anyways. Take the red over. Grab a brown to red. Probably need a blue search here, actually. And it was Apothecary to Tina to Skull. And it should be match. And it's match. And then I'll just die to that. Pet battle is easy hero XP. The problem is this hero class doesn't have half mana start though. But yeah, the initial 4 battles are really quick XP. So are fire bombs. Is there a list of event key kingdoms? What do you mean by that? The event key kingdom switches every single week. Or is that what you're asking for? Like what the upcoming event week kingdoms are? You would have to check the troop menu, which is in the one in the link below, the Terran's World. Let me go get the link for that as well. But it's this one right over here. You just basically see which troop is coming out that week, and then you know what kingdom it is. But this one right here, that link right there, it's also in the description for any of you watching after the fact. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can still click that, even if you're watching after the fact. But yeah, just click that. It's also always in the description. I believe it's like one of the first links, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, what it even is, I need to go organize that, everything below the description. But yeah, it's the one that says Gems of War upcoming troop info. It's the second link in the description, the one behind the change log for the most recent patch. You finally pulled Dragon Soul yesterday. Congrats. Very great troop to have. One of the best legends in the game, particularly for early game. Actually, for early game, it is essentially the best mythic. Come on, can we get a weak battle? Anything weak? Come on. Come on. There we go. Didn't necessarily have to be fire bombs, but that works. Definitely gets it done. Hey, why am I trying to win? We're up against fire bombs. It'll just kill itself out automatically. But oh well, we already went this far. Might as well go for it. Ah, I didn't kill the other one. What are you doing? You know, you have one roll. You're supposed to one-shot everything you touch. You do these battles. I'll take this one out. Actually, then again, with the fact that it's bomb bots might not actually be good, but we could always just feed it mana by deliberately missing with our ability. So we just cast Mountain Crusher, do an Apothecary, and we can just actually completely miss the Apothecary and it actually works. We don't have to actually cast against them. But I guess we will, why not? If there's any extra turns, I won't bother taking it. Okay, that just was really ineffective, that Tina right there. Wow. I should have taken those reds first, whoops. But oh well, one more of those and we have it. Oh, never mind, we already have it. There we go, dead. There we go. Oh yeah, let me go change my defend team. Let's see. I need something really, really weak. Where's my defend team? Do I have one set up as PvP defend? Need something even weaker than that. Where's all my treasure? Let's see. Do we have any upgraded, unupgraded troops or treasures? I believe treasure naturally has lower as well. Let's just put like 4 different treasures here. Let's see. Is that actually making the score go down? Not really. Do we have any low rarity? Okay, yeah, we need something low rarity. How about goblins then? I mean, not goblins, but like stuff like this. Treasure gnomes. There we go. That will lower our team score. There we go. Let's deliberately try to get better battles now by putting a bunch of gnomes. Let's actually make it unique though. Where are the rest of our gnomes? Gnomes. Go glory gnome, jewel gnome, pet gnome, and all the weird gnomes. There we go. We'll do that then. There we go. Oh wait, do I have any of them not traded? That'd actually be beneficial because they have even less team score if they aren't traded. Oh, there we go. That's our team now. Oh, defend team. Do that. Let's see. Defend. Where is it? Defend, where'd you go? PvP defend. And it doesn't matter what the banner is, that's fine. Okay, so keep that. Our progress on there. Still gotta go get those 120 gems though. While we farm the levels. Might need to restart the game for it to actually give us weaker battles. Oh yeah, we were using Rope Dart because Salty wanted to battle us on Monday and I didn't bother changing my team. So we used Rope Dart against her. The only reason I had Rope Dart there. I normally don't have Rope Dart set. How's that not dead already? There we go. Only 2,500 gold from that. Oh, that was an easy battle. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, that's not an easy battle. Fake firebomb team. There we go. And it was Tina's skull. And extra kill. And dead. It takes about 10 to 15 fights before it resets what PvP is in your group. Well, we got a bunch more fights to do then. I wonder if restarting the game helps to any. But yeah, you can manipulate the kind of battles you get by multiple factors. And one of those is lowering your team score. I normally don't bother doing that, but we're trying to grind this right now, might as well. We're trying to farm easier battles. Get this done quickly. And it's not a bannable exploit either. You are allowed to do that. But the lower your team score, the easier your battles will be. The team score of your defend team. It's also based on many other factors. It's based on your level, it's based on your win rate, it's based on your rating in PvP, and a few other things. But one of the easiest things to shift is just change your team to be something as low as the team score as you possibly can. So ideally, commons with no traits would be the best thing to set on your defense. Doesn't matter which, as long as they're a common with no traits. Currently I have them as common with traits, but ideally common with no traits. Be most ideal. Kind of like what he's doing right there. See, he's doing it correctly. 5 commons with no traits. He knows how to do it. And it's kind of surprising because he's actually a little bit of a lower level too. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. And let's kill it out with that. Yeah, that's a level 646. He really knows what he's doing. Oh, stop it with the fake firebomb teams. The lust. Okay, that one should be a real one. Hello, Bakchan! Hello, Barbera. Welcome, welcome. Almost just said barbecue. I don't know why. Your name looked like barbecue to me for a second. Maybe because I have food on the mind. I don't know. Maybe we will stop a little bit before 70. Just grab a bite to eat. I did grab something really small before the beginning of the stream, but still hungry again. What level are we currently at? Still 65, right? Yeah, 65. Working on 66. Point we might kill it with skulls. Let's see. I was kind of joking, but we might actually kill it with skulls. Let's see. We did. We actually just killed him with skulls alone. That works. Not exactly the way I would want to go about it, but hey, we got level 66 out of it. Also, now we only need half as many battles as well, since we're doing in PvP for right now. So these battles are way slower than Explore. It's not like it's a gnome event, so it doesn't matter as much that these are slower. Obviously, during gnome events, that makes a really big impact, but it's not too big a deal. If anything, we're actually almost gaining more resources by doing it this way. While our EXP is ever so slightly slower, we are gaining the event objective done, and we're getting more gold per battle. Way more gold. We're getting like probably 2,000, 3,000 per battle, whereas Explorer's doing around 500. Don't get a summon. I'm gonna have to Tina again instead of Skull.
Probably going to do regardless, but that means we would have won there. Oh, there we go. Now we won. You have 4,480 event stones, yeah. Definitely really easy to get a lot of them during PvP. I just haven't been playing PvP as much lately. That's why I don't have it done yet. That's why we're doing this now. While also passively gaining hero class mana for the Dervish. Okay, at this point, I might as well not even cast. Just let him do his thing. Fire bombs. And that's match. There we go. Yeah, we're getting pretty consistent easy battles now. Looks like our weaker team is starting to kick in. Okay, we'll throw that down. And always do that to Tina into whatever follow-up. I think we just have to double Tina this. Because I have a feeling one of them's going to survive this. Mostly the hero. Oh, well, exactly, hero survived. That's not what I meant. I meant him actually surviving the hit, but... yeah, that's technically what I said. That hero would survive. Well, he did. I could have just taken the skull there, but Tina also works. There we go. Double skull also would have worked. You got a Volkey yesterday? Nice. Randomly from a battle. Yeah, I haven't gotten a Volkey as a result of a battle during a non-gnome event for ages now. It's been a while now. You've gotten one from that? Definitely been a while. What does the cat that I'm using do? It gives us 5 extra glory. As far as its ability, it creates 9 red with a 50% chance to enrage all allies. It's pretty weak. Literally the only reason we have it on our team is for the plus 5 glory. But yeah, there is absolutely no other reason for having this on our team other than the 5 glory that's going to be giving. It is completely pointless otherwise. But 5 glory every like 30 seconds or 45 seconds, however long these battles are taking, maybe a minute. But yeah, it starts adding up. And even though we have an infinite stack of glory, theoretically, we'll need more, technically. Always good to have more of it. More of it means more glory keys. Also another one of those battles that we pretty much just gotta win off of, what's it called? Off of skulls. What would I normally have if it wasn't the cat? Probably a second Tina or Arachnine Weaver or something. I almost forgot about that one troop. Oh, that one too. Oh, that was a really cute thing that came in December, but it was not really viable, unfortunately. Cute little dragon. Yep, that's a fake firebomb team. Where's all the easy battles? Hello, easy battles. Where'd you go? Hiding from us. There we go. I'd even check. How much gold are we actually gaining? It should be around 2,000 to 3,000. Probably closer to mid-range, like 2,000, 2,500. But let me go check after this battle. Surge there. A Mountain Crusher down. Almost said Firebomb. That is definitely not a Firebomb. Definitely not Firebomb. Okay, I have no way to kill it right here. That. And now we just have to take Skull dead. There we go. Yeah, how much gold was that? 2,000? 2,500? Yeah, about 2,500. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, somewhere in the mid-2000s. Yeah, how much gold we get from most of these battles. Hiking Iron Gut for faster mana? Where would we put it, though? We have to use Hero. Can't get rid of Apothecary, because putting Hiking Iron Gut into the team is the whole point of even using Hiking Iron Gut. We could replace out this thing, but then we don't get 5 extra glory. Yeah, we'd be getting 5 whole less glory per battle if we didn't have that guy. Be almost 0. I don't know, most of these battles we're not really needing it. Problem is neither of them have half mana start though. We'll take a skull just so we can go for one Tina. Yeah, almost anything being in the last slot would make this team quicker. Or using it for its glory, of course. I gotta say, how's there no extra turn? There we go, and it was kill with Tina. Also, I might just want to switch to a Sunbird team. If we keep taking like these super easy ones, might just be better off just sticking with Sunbird. Just single cast wipe the entire team. You don't need to worry about a skull or something. Like Tina works a little bit better against these like firebomb things to kill them out quickly. But I don't know, against those really small one trophies that have almost no stats, better off just using Sunbird on it. Something similar. Oh, yeah, I'm actually gonna wait. And then we'll cast on it. Why did I wait? We could have just done it now. Oh well, he'll do his thing. And then we kill it out. Good. Oh, back-to-back fire bombs. Nice. Exactly what we want to see. And a smash. And we end up getting Hindle on our other account earlier this stream. Pretty nice pickup since we could use that with the Titan Hero class on it. Hello, after 600 plus keys, still no mythic. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. Took us 1,600 gem keys and 2,000 glory keys until we got it. Sometimes you just get unlucky. So you would need to open a little bit more than 600 to have a pretty good chance at it. How do you kill out the Eternal Stormhammer? Not with skulls. It is actually technically possible to kill it with skull damage. But the easiest way to kill it would be to, well, for one, mana drain will make it so it can't really do anything and it blocks half the team. But, like, using a cockatrice on it so that it gets entangled and so that it you keep draining it would work pretty effectively. But as far as actually doing damage to it, just use cast damage. Anything that can cast to do single target damage or anything like that. He has no reduction to cast damage. No, he has 100% to skull damage. And even skull damage you can technically kill it with. Use Doom Skull spam. Most of the +5s actually do apply to him still. Not advised, obviously, but just using cast damage and cockatrice. Show it out. Also, if you explode skulls, it will do damage through his 100% reduction. So if you use something like Mountain Crusher, it'll hit through it. Oh yeah, Vespeni, I have the exact same thing happening. I've been slowly switching back to PC. That is correct. I've still been playing it, but every single day I feel like I have less and less time to do stuff with it. But yeah, the last few weeks I've been like that. Only the first 2 weeks that I really played a lot. I did get my enjoyment out of it, and I still will be playing it here and there. And I still do play it daily. But, so at least for, keep up with the, you know, like the minimums and everything. But, yeah, I have been playing it quite a bit less. Still gonna be playing it though. I do want to get to the late game and cover content with it soon. No problem for the gnome team. Yeah, anyone who faces us now has a really easy battle. Face. Okay, we might just have to switch back to the Sunbird thing if we're going to keep this thing. And just only fight these super ultra weak battles or the other things. I feel like it's taking longer with Tina now. There's more battles that we keep getting that would be quicker with Sunbird than it would be quicker with Tina. Like, some of them would be quicker with Tina, but we're not getting too many of them that actually would be. It might have been a real firebomb. Probably wasn't though. It's on 3 trophy. It probably isn't a real firebomb. It can be. Taking that battle. Oh, there we go. Yeah, if we're gonna keep getting battles like this, we might as well switch back to Sunbird. Let's see. Sunbird. Firebomb. And hero using anything. Yeah, well, I guess we still just use Prismatic. Why not? Or not Prismatic, I mean Imperial. Oops, it's not Imperial. I'll just type in Imp, it'll come up. There it is, Imperial Jewel. Let's roll with that and change our banner into All-In Bird. And there we go. Actually, you know what? We might want to go Leprechaun for that now. For rolling it like that. In this instance, we would want to go Leprechaun. Okay. And then we just Leprechaun into all of our damage. Even Leprechaun's not enough to get the full. Surprisingly. Then we just one-shot it. And only 100 souls from that, really. 100 pitiful souls. Bronze-like pistol, Cedric has no trouble with the Eternal Golem. Yeah, that would work. Oh, we set a gnome team on our defense because we're currently trying to exploit the game to give us better or easier PvP battles. And having a lower team score does that. So we set our defend team to 4 common gnomes. So now anyone who fights us fights 4 common gnomes, which is obviously a really easy battle. If we go to our defend team real quick, that's what they were talking about. Right over here. Our defend team is now 4 different gnomes. It could be even lower team score if we didn't have them traded. Currently I have all of them traded, so it doesn't matter. Let's get a weak battle on our 1 trophy. I could have probably taken a 6001, but oh well. Too late now. There we go. Yeah, that might not even be enough damage to kill, oddly enough. Yep, it is not. We need the second one. Next one will definitely kill, though. And it's match. Almost Prismatic can even kill there. Hello, easy teams. Where are you? Hello, where'd they go? They're all hiding from us all of a sudden. There. Yeah, we're at 66. Still got another 4 to grind out as far as hero level. Probably weak enough, but I'm not sure. Because it probably won't die easily. Like the ones at 6,000, I think have enough that we would need to double Sunbird them. Which isn't too bad. The amount of time we have to take to constantly repick is probably more time anyways. Does that make it more likely to be offered a low score team to attack? Yes. Having a lower team score makes it easier to find lower team scores. That is correct. How'd that not get a kill? But luckily all we have to do is a Sunbird. And I'll wipe the rest of the team. We're gonna need it regardless. Hey, you got me again in your PvP? But no problem. A lot of easy battles. Not the easiest of teams though. Like 4 times fire team bomb team would be a little bit easier than and stuff like that, but the only comment I have. or all the gnomes. Nothing else is that common rarity. Ideally, one of them would be untraded. I believe when we get another gnome again, whenever they finally add another gnome, we're going to keep it untraded forever so that we can use it to get slightly lower score. There's not much of a difference between traits and not traits, but I think it makes about 1,000 or so score difference. I'm not even sure. It'd even be less than that. I think it was like 25 per trait, but you have 3 per troop. That starts adding up. That's 75 per troop, so even if it was only 75, that's an extra, what, 300 score? Yeah, 300 extra score that we don't need in our team score from having traits. Why am I trying to kill it? We're up against fire bombs. A team that does almost 0 damage. I should not be trying to kill it, because that is not going to get us that far. I should have just saved Sunbird for when there was only 1 firebomb left and then cast Sunbird. Oh well, we'll know for the next one. I can try killing them if they're weaker, but when they're stronger like that, there's no point trying to kill the firebombs. Might as well just let themselves go down. Like right here. There's no point trying to kill these firebombs. Their stats are going to be too high. Oh, actually no, those are a little bit weaker, but even still, we'll probably just want to let them die naturally. Cast Sunbird once there's 1 left. Take a random move, let him do whatever. Take extra turns quicker than we can. Let him have it. And he's dead off of either of them. And he's dead. Bye, Starlight. Have a good time. We'll catch you later. Move that over. Get our explosion. Grab a Sunbird. Wait, we'll throw it in. Prismatic will be enough to wipe. Your new defend team is now 4 gnomes as well. Nice. It doesn't specifically have to be gnomes. It just has to be commons, ideally. Ideally, untraded commons. Any untraded common would work. And ideally, not leveled as well. Like a level 1 or a level 5 untraded common would be the most ideal. This one will probably take 2 Sunbirds, but probably still worth it to take for easy battle. Be getting close to level 67. I think at this point we'll go till the end of the PvP objective and just finish the rest off stream. Because I do want to grab a bite to eat real quick. But I will be covering that video later today. By later today, I probably mean either right before we do the stream tonight, should be up, or after the stream tonight, one or the other. Ideally before the stream, but depends how things go. I also need to make sure I get this grind down, but this grind won't take that long. So I'm doing it off stream, it'll probably take like twice as long. Which is one of the reasons I'm still going with it now. Because I know I'll focus more on it if I'm actually streaming it. Because I'll be like really lazy with it if I'm not. Actually, it could probably take like 3 times as long. Like if we had 30 minutes left of grinding, it would take like 90 minutes. Because I'd be doing like a billion things at once. Whereas now I'm pretty much just focusing on the game, that and chat. During the gnome event, they can show up in any mode. Yes, gnomes appear in every game mode for the most part, almost every game mode. They do not appear in a few of them, but pretty much every game mode, yes. The few locations they don't appear in are guild events, delves, pet battles, and dungeons. I believe those are the only locations they don't appear. Do keep in mind, Pet Gnome only appears in 2 locations, though. Pet Gnome is only applies to PvP and Arena. But every other gnome is everywhere that I just mentioned. Or everywhere except those locations I excluded, I should say. Could have went for that battle. Whoops. Went for it. Oh well. Up gnome team. Probably went for that as well. Come on, easy teams. There we go. Work. How long will this go for? Probably go for another 30 minutes. Probably till the end of the hour. And there we go. How is the PvP thing going? Because we'll probably go back to explore once we finish that. We haven't gotten it done yet. Still got a ways to go, actually. Yeah, definitely need to make sure we get that done. Not PvP. Oh, that would be fail if I start spending gems on that. Definitely never worth doing that, ever. Unless you're going for, like, #1 rank on PvP for whatever reason. Which isn't really that useful since it doesn't have orbs or anything on it. What is the raid team this week? The raid team is, you basically just use Mang into the raid troop. And you just use support behind it. Ideally, you do want that half-mana start Urska. And other than that, you just run either Doomclaw or some kind of other assisting option. So many extra turns. Fake fire bombs. Stop it. Stop putting fire bombs in real teams. I probably shouldn't have went against this coin purse team. Oh, never mind. Their stats are weak enough. It'll work. Why did I cast that? Went for 2 more sunbirds. I don't think 1 more sunbird will be enough. No, it will not. And now it's dead. Yep, could have went for that. Let's do fire bombs. Yes, upgrade Magic Kingdoms first. Yeah, you can do life second. Depends which one you really need at the time. But yeah, you can go in order of, definitely always HP first. Without a doubt. I mean, sorry, not HP. Always magic first. Without a doubt. And then you can go something like HP, then attack, then armor. Some people get armor beforehand. Some people will get attack before HP. But definitely magic is always first. As long as HP is first, as long as magic is first and armor is either last or second to last, then you'll be fine. But magic always first is just the most important one. The rest doesn't matter as much. Why would anyone trade a treasure troop? There are sometimes achievements, or not achievements, but daily tasks where it tells you to go go trade a troop, and it gives you 2 gem keys if you trade a troop. And a lot of people in endgame already have every troop in the entire game traded, so they go and look at their troops. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't upgraded these treasure troops yet. Let me go put a trade on it, and then I'll go get 2 gem keys for free. And that's basically why everyone has their treasure troops traded and upgraded. They have it upgraded because they're leveling it for that daily task that gives souls. And they have them traded because they're using it for those daily tasks that give 2 gem keys for simply trading a trait. And most people in endgame don't really have anything to trade. Actually, if I go check right now, we might even be out of things to trade. We're very close to it. Need to go maybe like the next event troop that isn't really that useful. Might need to go keep it untraded because I think we're running low on things to trade. Yeah, I have the Dooms. Those are the only things left that we haven't traded yet. But yeah. Oh yeah, we could have set our defensive for Dooms, couldn't we have? However, I have gotten each one to level 16 for the exact same reason. Because I keep leveling them slightly in order to do those daily tasks and say, hey, go level something to level 16. Those aren't as useful though compared to the trait ones. Yeah, these are deliberately keeping untraded, so whenever it tells us to go trade a troop, we simply trait one to Dooms and then boom, we get 2 gem keys for free. That's why those are untraded. Okay, we'll grab that, get a Sunbird down, throw that into split, and we should be good to go. And that's that. Hey, level 67. We're almost there. 3 more levels. Which means about 1 more hour of grinding if we're actually doing an Explore. However, slightly more if we're doing it in PvP and other stuff. Because this is slightly slower than Explore. I believe doing what we're doing right now is around 150. It's around 120 to 150 per hour. Whereas Explore is at minimum about 180 per hour. As far as EXP. And currently we need around 190 more XP. A little bit more than that, but around 190. Definitely under 200 XP. Bad he didn't get an extra turn. And, oh no, he's killing the Sunbird so much that he can't even use it. Kill it. Fail. Take whatever, he'll firebomb, and that's that. What's the next one? Ah, so many fake teams. Oh wow, I was wondering why it did so little explosion. There was only 1 green on the entire board. Wow. Really bad starting board for a Leprechaun. I was gonna say, it's like, where would all the explosions go? Firebomb would have even done more explosions in that instance. Ah, fake firebomb. Stop it with all the fake fire. Oh, that was a real team. A real easy team. Okay, good. We got back-to-back easies. Here we go. Well, Mang with the raid troop alone is enough to win raids. That's all you need. You don't need anything else with it. The rest is just support. Those 2 alone can theoretically win it all. Might lose some battles once you start getting deep enough and you don't have the stats for it, but almost everything eventually would. I thought that was a real gnome for a second. Why did it make that animation? That was weird. It made like an animation thingy, but it's not a real gnome. Or does Drool Gnome just do that? I really paid much attention to it. So it's kind of funny that we're finding a 4x gnome team as we're using a 4x gnome team. You're taking those yellows. Let's see. Cool. It's actually good that he escapes. Here for us to kill now. The awkward moment when it's actually beneficial for them to do so. There we go. Yeah, we didn't get anything there. It wasn't a real gnome. Which we already knew because there was no bag next to it. It's weird that it made like a little animation thingy. Did it even have any traits? I should have probably just taken that 5,000 battle. Probably sometimes you repick the button too many times. Hello, any option? There we go, fire bombs. Yeah, no problem. And he's dead. And we'll take that. Maybe fire bombs. On to the next one. Fire bombs? Yes, good. Real fire bombs. Take like 30 seconds. I would stop gaining extra turns randomly out of nowhere. And there we go. Almost gaining our second level of the stream as well. From so much grinding. I get our sunbird to full. That down. And that summon just ruined it. I don't think that's enough damage now. Oh, no, never mind. It barely is. There we go. Regardless, this one skull would have taken out. Nice little red purple. I think that's actually one of the arcanes we needed too. Yeah, one lust on the one battle earlier kind of threw me off. There was a... Oh, did we just get the same battle 2 times in a row? But there was that one guy with like 4,000 something rating, yet he had a lust already. Got pretty lucky apparently. Or I guess unlucky because lust definitely isn't one of the better mythics, but still nice to get a mythic nonetheless. Okay, and then we split damage kill that as long as he doesn't revive. Never mind, he doesn't even have to trade. Oh no! He lived with 1 HP. Not good, because I don't have the 1 or the 3 mana we need to win. There we go. Oh, did I say Lust Mythic? I meant Queen of Sin. My bad. Queen of Sin. It's the one that summoned Lust. I meant Queen of Sin when I said Lust Mythic. It summons Lust. It isn't actually called Lust, though. Called Queen of Sin. Summons either Lust or Wrath. Kind of look like Lust. Like the upgraded version of Lust, but weaker. It's the upgraded version of Lust, but it's somehow weaker. Yeah, I meant Queen of Sin. Oh, even this can take that out. As we'll cast it, and he's dead. This is what I was talking about. That one right there. That's what I meant. This guy. Guy with 4,000 rating or so with a Queen of Sin. Oops, I meant to go check his level. Apparently we will not know. But based on his border, he had what, an epic border? So that means he's between level 50 or 100, right? That's a pretty low level. That is a pretty low level to have Lust. I mean, to have Queen of Sin. I don't know why I keep calling her Lust. It's Lust, but with better visual. No, it's quite a bit different, her ability, though, and everything. Still useless troop, though. But Lust is actually more useful than her, though, oddly enough. Even though she's mythic. Fire bombs. There we go. Which should be pretty close to the next level, 68. Prettier but worse Lust, pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, an epic ingot. We need those. Those are the rarest ingot in the game. Even though they're not the highest rarity. Because that's how this game works. Gems of War, where epic rarity is rarer than mythic. That actually is the case. When it comes to arcane trait stones, which are epic trait stones, and ingots, epic rarity is actually rarer than legend and mythic. The reason it is for trait stones is because, well, there's no mythic trait stones, and there's only one legendary trait stone where there's like 20-something epic ones. So even though they are a higher drop rate, there's so many of them that each individual trait stone has the lowest drop rate. And in regard to ingots, it's mainly because of factions. Factions made it so it's ridiculously easy to get legendary and mythic ingots. And of course from PvP you can really easily get the common, rare, and ultra rare ones. However, there's no easy way to get the epic ones. Because they're really slow from stuff like PvP and they don't drop naturally, or they don't drop anywhere else. You just have to naturally just get them from that or upgrading your ones that you have into better ones. And that is pretty costly to do so. Plus it requires a lot of ingots. Grab that skull, never mind, he grabs it. Grab that one. And at this point we could probably just firebomb kill. I mean sunbird kill. And dead. Even if he didn't cast the other one, we could have still gotten both of them. And there we go. Fresh. And can we get an easy battle? Yes we can. Very easy battle. One shot sunbird. We get the leprechaun into it. We'll take that for full mana, and then that should wipe. Yeah, that's funny. He even has Sunbird himself on this team. Almost keen that level. That level should be pretty close on the class as well. There we go. Against the Queen of Lust. No, Queen of Sin. Find any way to call her Lust, though. Okay, we'll try for red there. Get it. Grabbed my purple that I needed. What do we do then? Denied my mana I needed. Oh wait, we have one right there. There we go. Okay, and then we just Sunbird into the other one. Yeah, smash. Okay, how's the PvP thingy going? We can go back to explore soon. Almost there. 45 more kills. Oh, wrong battle. Don't waste gems. Almost clicked on it too. Should have went for that one. So that Undyne might have been fully traded, so never mind. Hello, Easy Battles. Where are you? There we go. Not the easiest of things, but works. Should be able to kill it with Sunbird into Prismatic, or just double Sunbird, either or. And it's pretty much matched. Do that, dead. Okay, didn't even need to follow up. Skull did it for us. Right into a firebomb. Okay, get the leprechaun down. Do a bunch of firebombs for himself. We'll get that down into the browns. Get a Sunbird there. Grab a browns over. Take that. That do its thing. Follow up. Start getting Sunbird rolling. Again. And then the other one was take it out. Should be easy enough to take. Should be 2 hits though. Grab all that purple, immediately into Sunbird. I think we just Sunbird at this point. Yep, double Sunbird will be required. Hopefully we get full mana immediately, and he's dead. Also at that point we could have Prismatic since we got the random skull. Oh, that was not enough to kill. And we have to get a split next because that's not going to be enough damage otherwise. We probably gained a lot of glory from doing this as well. Doing a +5 glory farming I know is over 1,000 glory per hour. Exactly how much it is I do not know because I haven't been keeping track this battle, you know, during all this. But let's see. Around 15 per minute, if I'm not mistaken. You can get almost toward 20 per minute. It's about 15 glory per minute. Times that by 60, that comes out to 900. Yeah, it is a bit over. Especially if you had your hero class giving you +1 per battle. That would definitely make it over 1,000. But yeah, it's just ever so slightly over 1,000 per hour, I recall. Even just that quick math on counting 1.5 battles per minute, which would be about 15 glory. Come out to 900 glory an hour, even without the extra +1. Oh, why is he running a skeleton key? He ruined it. He's using firebomb, but he's using a good troop on the final one. Make it too annoying to have to fight. Here we go. Yep, got a Soul Gnome. Hopefully he has a Valky on him. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he firebombs again. Take his purple just in case. And then he's dead off anything. Come on, Valky, or 5,000 souls. Okay, 2,500 mid-range. Not the greatest, not the worst. Could have been 1,000. Oh, we got Hunter's Mark on the exact one we needed. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I go take that skull. Unfortunately, we didn't already have a Hunter's Mark, though. And it was Sunbird for the win, and that's match. Not the one I want. Oh, no! That was the easy battle. Ah, I gotta take this other easy battle. One's harder, though. At least more time-consuming. None of these are gonna be hard, though. More time consuming. To double sunbird it. Good night, Michael. Catch you later. Yeah, I'll be heading out soon. I think we'll go until we gain that hero level at this point, which will also be all of the PvP completed that we need. Also, we should only be a few more PvP battles away. Actually, for all we know, we could already be done. Let me see, how many more do we need? We need... How many battles is that? 3? 4? That's 3 if we get a multi-kill on 1, or 4 otherwise, so probably 4. So 4 more it is. And then we need to go gain a level and explore for the rest of the time. And then we'll farm the rest of it off stream, most likely. And that should bring us to about level 68 or so. Shouldn't take too long to get the other bit. But yeah, I should have that video hopefully up before tonight's stream. And of course, we'll be streaming again in 6 hours from now to do tonight's stream. Hopefully, I'll have the video up before then, though. Otherwise, it'll be probably a little bit after stream because I can't have it uploading while we're doing this stream. That would not work. Tried it before. It is very, very, very laggy. Let's see. What do we need here? That down. And smash. 3 more to go, and then we'll go do explore till we gain that level. And if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. We will be wrapping up very soon. At least for now. Hey, what was that? 2 more battles? Do 2 more. Take the bags. And I'll have 1 final battle or something. We'll probably do a real PvP battle for the final one or something. So many fake ones. I'll need 2 more sunbirds for that, looks like. Yeah, prismatic will not be enough. Need another sunbird. Actually, skull into prismatic would be enough, though. And it was kill with that. There we go. Okay, and let's do 1 final PvP battle, but make it a real battle this time. Right when we got fire bombs, too. Oh, well. Let's see. Take out this. And, oh, yeah, I need to actually use the hero class, though. Actually, no, we don't. It doesn't have to be the hero class. Yeah, let's go throw it with an Obsidious. Well, let's do the Essence of Evil Obsidious version. We'll go with this. Actually, I don't even think we used Obsidious this stream, other than right now. Of course, we covered him yesterday and everything. But we'll be covering him quite a bit again in 2 weeks once he actually becomes really viable. For now, let's go win this. Hopefully. Little chance we lose. That is not an extra turn, but we do have an extra turn on brown, so we'll grab that instead. Green, still frozen on it. I think we take it, though. Yeah, we'll take it for an extra turn still. We get our explosion and everything. It's still worth it, even though we lose our turn. We'll disable his hero out completely. It was stunned, so we do get to do all these stats effects on it. I think normally it would have been immune to freeze, but of course it's stunned, so it has no immune to freeze. That's why it's frozen right now. Other than that, take the browns over, grab both of these down, and that should almost be match. Wait, why is your magic so low? Did he get... Oh, no! He got a plague that hit magic reduction. Not nice. Not luckily that died to death mark. Let's throw this down again. It was Possessed King this. That'll just die to burn. So much so that I'm actually just going to do it this way. Nice. And then we just Infernus kill. Never mind, he got magic reduced. That's almost going to kill. And I just have to kill out the one we transformed, which we could do with... never mind, that won't be enough. Skull will be, and there we go. Okay, and that should be all of the objective now for 120 gems to recuperate our gems a little bit from all that we spent on the event. We had 35,000 at the beginning of Friday. Now we have over 350 again. I mean, over 500, or, you know, we gained 513 basically in that time. Numbers around there. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go and gain that level. And at least gain a level on our hero class and a level on our hero itself. And then we'll call it a stream for now. Get those last 2 things in. One video and such for Nintendo Switch. I've been kind of just linking the older ones. But yeah, I probably should do like a quick video just going over the thingy things for it. If it still has a decent enough player base, yeah, might as well. I didn't for the console versions back when the consoles existed, but that's because I didn't own them. But we could be doing the Nintendo Switch ones. We'll see. It's just lately I've been just linking them to the... I've just been linking the old ones we already did. Because we've already covered every single event. But some of them might have some slight discrepancies and stuff. Also, we don't know what's going to be happening on the Friday of every Friday as well. That's the other big issue with it. Like, whenever there's an event on Nintendo Switch, we don't know... oh, there's level 68, so now we just go until we get a hero level. I mean, until we gain, you know, a natural hero level. But the biggest issue is we don't know what's happening on Nintendo Switch every single time. Like, we had no way of knowing that this weekend would have been a Vault event on Nintendo Switch. We do know that it occurs about once every month, but it's not always exactly once every month. But does anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to go over? We'll be wrapping up in a few minutes as soon as we get that hero level. Which should be about 5 more battles. Go pretty quick given that we're doing it like this. And then we'll cover the video on this soon as we get to level 70. After a quick lunch/dinner break. Oh, good thing he didn't have that revive trait thing. Always annoying when they do. Especially since it has that 75% chance. And it happens every single time we cast Firebomb or Sunbird. But the more annoying one being Sunbird, because even if we wipe their team, it still gets a summon. One more. Get the Firebomb down for now, though. And we throw a poke at it with Skull. I should take that first. Oh, wait. Skull right there. Oops. Okay, well, Sunbird still works. There we go. Could be about 3 more battles. It feels like the EXP bar is not even moving. Is there a way to track progress on class levels? No. You have to go underneath your class menu. They, for whatever reason, did not add any way on the end screen to easily see how much EXP you're gaining. But yeah, there's no way to look for it other than checking it on the screen. Like if you go under your classes and go under the specific class and then go under that page where it shows the EXP, there's no way to check it other than that. I don't know why they don't show it at the end of battle. Doesn't really make much sense that it doesn't. They could easily add some kind of visual next to the EXP bar or something. Like right over here, there's plenty of room. Look at all that space they're not using. They could easily put something either when you click on this, which would probably be a little bit hard to do it there because you would need to add some kind of like custom text thingy to it. But at least like right there, look at all that space you're not using. Look at that. They could easily put it right there, somewheres right there. Add your class and like something out of something or some kind of EXP bar like this for your class EXP. Why it does not exist, I do not know. But it tells you you're gaining EXP and it tells you when you gain a level, but nowhere's on the end screen does it tell you, hey, you have 67 out of 69 EXP right now, or anything like that. It doesn't even have a little bar or anything to associate with it. Yeah, hopefully it'll eventually add that, but obviously it doesn't currently exist. You have to go under the menu to check it. Or of course, when you gain a level, you know, like how much more XP you're currently at. Like when we just gained level 68, we know we now need 69 mana for the next level. So currently right now, while we don't know the exact, we should be somewhere around like what? Like, how long have we been at this level? But let's just say like 17 out of 69 or something. Yeah, it would definitely be way more useful than the MVP thingy, that's for sure. I'm not sure why they added that, to be honest. I guess this is a little fun visual thingy. There we go, there's our level. And that is that. Let's just put it into purple because put everything into purple for no reason. And claim our mail. And for now, I guess that is that. So, yeah. I'll be grinding out the rest of that, getting Dervish to level 70, and then we'll cover the video on Dervish hero class very soon, going over to some monster teams with it, just an overview of it, the class event, and, you know, all the normal stuff. But anyways, guys, if you guys still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and we will be back later tonight in 6 hours from now, and hopefully in between that time, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back. And hopefully in between those 6 hours, we should hopefully have the class event video up, going over the Dervish class. And it does have the highest dodge in the game once you get to level 70. That's not useful for much, but it does have that. And it is decent monster synergy once you have it at level 70. It's, I would say, below average hero class until they finally add a troop that has 50% monster start. Until then, this hero class is honestly probably one of the worst hero classes in the game. But once they finally add half mana start to monster, which we don't know when that's going to happen, but when they finally do that, this hero class probably will be decent. It'll definitely be above average at that point. But until then, it's unfortunately pretty underwhelming. But still, worth upgrading eventually. Obviously, since we are at the point where we have almost all of them upgraded, we need to start getting the newer ones up and to show them for videos, of course, and all that. Anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck if you're doing the Vault event on Nintendo Switch, or if you're trying to open any keys on any version. Try to get the most recent mythic that was added. Obsidius is definitely highly advised to obtain. 13 days from now, he's going to get indirectly buffed with a 50% elemental start troop that also has Curse, which synergizes perfectly with his stun. So I highly, highly, highly advise getting this most recent mythic and grinding out for that. So definitely make sure to try for that. Same as when the event switches over on Monday. Make sure to use all your glory gem keys and stuff like that. Highly advised to try for this mythic. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you later. And may the 4th be with you. Haha. Goodbye, everyone.